Hello and welcome everyone to this week's episode of Call of Cthulhu Tracks of Terror. We are here, we are very excited to play, because we've got some people who've been missing for the past couple of weeks, and I think that's going to be great to have them back. Unfortunately, we are missing Tom of the Hot Flakes variety, because he is doing poorly, I think, as you all say over there. He's doing poorly.
In Minnesota? No, we don't say that.
Oh. There you go. That's me.
Oh, got sick there.
So he will not be here today. So everyone, send him some well wishes and happy, healthy thoughts. But we do have, now first here, my lovely puzzle piece, Susanna Grace. How are you today?
Hello, I'm very hot. It's hot here in Canada. Don't like it.
Yeah.
The energy has been a little bit.
Hot.
Oh, thanks, puzzle piece. The energy backstage has been a little bit whack. I think we've all had our brains melt out of our ears a little bit. So yeah, that's probably gonna be fine. Weird little trivia fact I learned yesterday. Buffalo Bill came to the town where I grew up in 1904 and did his show with 600 animals.
Wow.
In my tiny out middle of fucking nowhere mining town.
Lovely.
In England.
Nice.
So there you go.
Very exciting. Someone who's in England, Charlie, Frost from Fire. Hi.
I was like, wait, which one of us is that going to be? There's three of us.
It's the next one down the list.
All I knew is it wasn't Duck Rimbo.
Yeah.
No, I can't do Twitch chat today. I just went to go on Twitch chat and I realized I'm logged into the work account. And I need to be logged in for the next few days. Big charity event going on, super exciting. But I am mostly excited to be back here after 2 weeks away to find out what's been going on with the crew. I'm sure only good things, only healthy, smart choices have been made.
Someone who only makes healthy, smart choices. Doc Rimbo, how are you?
I'm great at making healthy, smart choices. Yeah, I'm so glad to be back. I miss this crew so much. I am the energy in among the cast today is super fun, and alarming, and that adds up to basically the best possible results. But also in other news, guess what? I'm in England. Look.
Wow.
See, we're all in England except for Lindy.
Oh, and Susie.
Look, England.
So
Where
are you sitting exactly? Wait.
I'm just sitting on top of a very tall building.
Right on top of the gherkin. Don't ask questions.
Right. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Someone who has maybe been on top of a tall building at some point in her life. Kate Madison.
I mean, I could tell some trivia about the gherkin. I was in the Thor movie where they fall past the gherkin, and I'm the person who goes, what?
So
I have a featured extra moment. There you go. There's my gherkin thing.
I'm gonna go watch and look for you. And
every time you say gherkin, I hear like pickle. So
yeah, it is.
It's a building that's shaped like a pickle.
Okay.
Yeah, it's it probably should be called like the rocket or something, because it's basically, you see it in the movie. It's in like one of the first Thor movies. I can never remember which one.
Thor.
I don't know. So I looked it up recently. I found the clip. Anyways.
Oh, well, now you have to share.
We're not here to promote
chat.
Thor. They get enough promotion. We're here to promote this show, which is very cool and much more interesting than Marvel movies. Anyway, so yeah, I play a Kitty Cartwright, and her dad was embarrassing her a lot last week, talking about her, farting as a child and things. I think it was all very wonderful. But yeah, I'm looking forward to more of this story because I'm freaking loving it, and I'm glad we get to see what August and Edison's been up to in the library. And I feel like I always have to say something that's going to set up the next person.
You don't. I'll pick something from what you say.
Yeah.
don't feel pressured, because it's just going to be whatever word vomit comes out. As Hollowtail, Steve very much well knows, since he plays with me on a regular basis, there's a lot of word vomit. How do you handle it all?
I mostly just kind of block it out mentally and like just accept that
Fair.
it's a fact of life. It's like a
Fair.
natural force of nature, which is you. And so yeah, I'm very excited for getting
Stop
into game
here
today.
asserting my
Looking
dominance.
forward to it. Yeah, there you are. And yeah, looking forward to it. It was exciting last week. We may or may not have adopted somebody, and yeah.
Yeah, wonderful. And that just leaves me. Hello, I'm the Keeper of Arcane Lore for today. And, yeah, they're in the city of Golden, Colorado. It is 1883, Wednesday, April 11th. They've discovered at the start of last week that the train they wanted to take to Idaho Springs had already left for the morning because they did like some other stuff at the first part of the day. But the next train goes out on Friday. It's a Monday, Wednesday, Friday train going westbound, and going eastbound it's Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. No train on Sundays. So since they want to go west, they gotta wait till Monday. Till Friday. So they have the rest of Wednesday and all of tomorrow of Thursday to get whatever they want done before they catch that train on Friday, which they've already procured tickets for. And so the group decided, let's not do a crazy harebrained scheme to try to break into the two gentlemen, businessmen on a business trip room that we've discovered is at the Burgess through making Bucky and Kitty seem like a couple and asking about the honeymoon suite and then backing out. What's confirming that their names were on the guest registry. So then they were going to have Mina dress up and say that they were like ex-paramours and they broke her heart and she just wanted a little vengeance, and Ryan was going to be her like brother or something. And there was some brief discussion last week about having maybe Florence be a child as well for added fodder. I said brief discussion. Mina was adamantly opposed to that last part, but was planning on being a bereaved lady. And they decided, oh, well, since the train doesn't leave today, we're not gonna ixnay on that plan. Let's we'll put that off because Bucky tried to teach them all how to act and it did not go particularly well. Yeah. So they decided to instead do a little bit more research, maybe try to run into them again. So Kitty and Ryan went back to the Colorado School of Mines to try to talk to some more people there, maybe try to get up some more information from some people about the areas. And they did run into Mr. Ashley Denigan and Mr. James Smith at the Colorado School of Mines in the gymnasium, where they were working out. Well, one of them was working. One of them had a dislocated shoulder from the train incident, so was in a sling still. But the other one was working out, doing a little boxing as well, little fisticuffs. Yes, there was a bunch of guys in the gymnasium, and Kitty was given the full tour by the vice president, Nelson Moss, who had spoken with Kitty's father, because he was also at the Colorado School of Mines wanting to, read some academic papers and stuff, try to get caught up a bit with what had happened while he was away. Apparently, it's now becoming more and more well known to certain members of the community that Kitty Cartwright is very single. But then there's that one hotel that thinks she's married to Bucky. So, also, Kitty's father maybe misunderstood some conversations because of subtleties and thinks that Kitty might be interested in Bucky, but knows that Mina's whole thing trying to break into the room is a ruse. So that's fine. That's great. It's the ideal, really. And while they were investigating the Colorado School of Mines a little bit more after coming up and discarding some plans, Bucky and Mina went to the orphanage, where there was exactly 4 children. Not a lot. There was Alice, who was 1 year old, Clarence, who was 2 years old, John, who was 6 months old, and Florence, who was 9 years old and is in a wheelchair because she was a victim of polio. And get your polio vaccines, people. It sucks. I didn't have them yet, so she just has to suffer. But they found out when the head of the orphanage had stepped out of the room, because, kids are not on their best behavior when they're trying to get adopted and whatnot. They might be including to spill more beans when the head director, who's trying to get them homes, is not in the room. So She explained that she felt a yearning for the mines, and so did all the other children who used to be there. Yeah, the 2-year-old and the 1-year-old weren't able to express that. They just really wanted to dig. Little Clarence was putting bald spots on the rug with a toy block, trying to dig into the carpet. And so Bucky and Mina had a quick side huddle and came up with a plan. And this plan was, we'll take Florence on a day trip. And then they found out that the orphanage isn't letting day trips be a thing, really, because so many children have gone missing. They're trying to limit more from going missing. But short-term adoption contract, like a trial run, because they did this sometimes. You could just, if you adopted a child and you didn't want him, you could just send him back. That was kind of how things went. So they were like, yeah, you can do it like a trial run, like a week. You want to try Florence out for like a week? Sure. And so Bucky Boone signed the paperwork as Bucky Boone, and they have Florence for a full 7 days, so till next Wednesday. They took her back into town, went on a shopping spree, got her some new clothes, little cloak, little sun hat, and her found out her favorite color is like yellow, like daffodil yellow, and she loves reading, and her favorite food is muffins, and so they got a bunch of muffins at a cafe, and that's when Kitty and Ryan got back into town and saw Bucky and Mina with a little girl in a wheelchair, and we're like, hey, what's this? And they're having a discussion about, like, Ryan being very adamant, like, what the fuck? No, we can't take this kid. This is going to be incredibly dangerous. And Bucky being like, but wait, she seems to know where the thing is. Maybe what I'm looking for? Ryan was like, absolutely not. We're not using her as a shield. And Bucky was like, not a shield, more like a deterrent. Because Ryan pointed out there may be some mooks, some dangerous mooks on their trail. And Bucky's thought line, and maybe not be incorrect, was, well, mooks might be less inclined to hurt us if we've got a kid. And so Mina, while they were having this conversation, was inside with Florence, and Florence was so excited to go on this train ride and to have Mina teach her to draw, because she likes sketching. She sketches people, and Florence is really excited because she was supposed to go on her first train ride to Denver for her 7th birthday, but then her parents died in a house fire before that could happen, and then the polio, and her brother got adopted, and she was left behind, and so she's very excited for this train ride y'all are going to be taking her on Friday. So excited. And meanwhile, they were discussing not letting her even on that train outside. And so we cut off with them coming back outside. We're gonna say Ryan had something not agree with him, and he's gonna just run off for the nearest outhouse right this second.
Probably the adoption.
He's probably gone to get some alcohol at the presentation that he just received regarding this child.
Yeah, and so we're gonna put a pin in with Mina, Kitty, and
Remember
Bucky.
to write to his wife again.
Yeah, and we're gonna see what our missing people have done, and maybe they'll come out and see these people having muffins as well. Edison Jones and August Hope, you guys, August, you've been very busy assisting Edison. You guys went to the Golden Globe newspaper offices.
Yes.
Say boop. Yes, the Golden Globe. It's a weekly paper that releases on Saturdays. So the last issue was April 7th. It is run by William Grover Smith, who you find out through a little plaque on the building is secretary to the governor. So he's not currently in town. He's not usually in town, but he owns the newspaper. So this seems to be quite a prestigious paper, seeing as it's got, some connections to people in high places, and you stand outside, and the door opens. You see someone with some ink smudges on their fingers. They go, "Hi, sir. Sirs, can I help you?"
Yes. Hello, I am Edison Jones, Esquire. This is my assistant, August Hope. We are hoping to peruse your archives. If you have recent publications, we are new to the area and are investigating a case that requires discretion. But we would like to look through for any recent incidents in town that may point us in the right direction.
Yeah, sure. We've got a great archive. Are you wanting just the Golden Globe, or we also have some of the surrounding towns as well?
Yes, surrounding towns would be extra helpful. Thank you. And what is your name, sir?
Oh, my name's Patty. Patrick.
No, thank you.
You can call me Patty.
My hands are dirty.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
August, will you shake this man's hand, please?
Oh, cool. It's nice to meet you, Patty.
Yeah. Nice to meet you.
Yes.
I can take you around to the archive. Sure.
Yes,
Right this
lovely.
way.
Thank you, Patty. Patty?
Yeah, Patty. Short for
With a
Patrick.
T?
Yes.
I see. I will call you Patrick.
Right, sir. All right. I'll come back this way. Yeah. And
All right.
And he walks through, and you see there's about 2 other gentlemen in here that seem to be working on the printing press at this point in time. They're getting, seems that they're getting things ready for the next issue that's going to be on Saturday. They're lining up because you have to line up each little letter
Yes.
of word.
All of
and
the
stuff.
printing plates and yes.
Yeah, so it seems that they're like, one of them is doing like proofreading of articles and like changing some things. One of them is setting up type, and then Patty here. Patrick.
Edison is like looking at these things, not being distracted, but also just a little fangirling. Like,
They
"Oh."
have a really nice setup. I have a picture if I can find it, but yes. Yeah, here we go. Da-da-da. There you are for you out into the school chat. They've got a really nice setup. It's like a writing desk. They've got a good-sized printing press, and they have a whole back room that's just archives of previous things. It seems that they have them in a box loose until the year end is done, and then they stitch them
Yes.
into a book.
Bind them
you-
up.
Yep, you've
Yes,
got
all
bound
right.
issues, which not all newspapers did. So they've got this one.
This
seems
is
to
quite
be
the operation they
one
have
type
here.
of things.
This August, look at this. It's so well organized. August, do you think the others are jealous of us? I bet they are bored.
I have no doubt that we are the envy of everybody we know right now.
Yes, we get to do interesting things like go to newspaper offices and read through old newspapers.
And just look at all the boxes, Mr. Jones.
Yes. I bet they are just at a loss trying to decide what to do. All right, let's see here. And we're going to like start looking through.
Yes.
I think, what kind of stuff do we want to look for, Charlie? Like we want to look for like missing kids stuff,
Kids,
anything about Arthur
trains,
Lakes, trains,
reptiles.
strange cryptid anomalies.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I guess it's like
anything about a
mysterious
penguin.
disappearances.
Right.
Right.
And then also just in general, like anything else that like is a thread that runs through everything.
Lindy, I want to check the social announcements for anything to do with that questionable woman at the kids' party. The gossipy
Yes.
lady.
The town gossip,
Dixon.
Anita Dixon.
Yes. You know, births, deaths, engagements.
Yes.
Mhm.
No.
Whether or not she's
problems.
murdering people.
Yeah. No, easy enough to do. Can I get library use checks from
Hell
you?
yes.
No.
I've been waiting for you, Lindy. I've been waiting for you to ask me that.
You know,
through
you
this whole campaign.
You gotta be reading.
So that's a failure from Charlie, but a success from me, but just barely.
Yes. So this is only your first day. You'll have like a day and a half of stuff to research. So Charlie, August, he finds stuff. It's not hard to find the social announcements, but nothing seems out of the ordinary. It all seems very normal. Edison, you find a few brief notes in your first day of research here at the paper. You find out that because like old-time newspapers are fascinating. They had, like, especially for small towns, because they're like, oh, Mrs. Jones went on a picnic today with Mrs. Sutherford. And, like, it's got like the
They
smallest
print like
things.
rumors. It's all text. They have to fill the whole thing.
Yes. So you do find out that on March 8th, Arthur Lakes left for a brief scouting expedition.
Oh, take notes. 8th, he left on a scouting expedition. Does it give any indication as to which direction he went or his intended destination? Overseer?
It does not in this one. This newspaper does not. On a regular success, you're not finding anything in the Golden Globe about
It'll
it.
help me narrow down future searches of surrounding areas.
Yeah. You also find out that March 8th, being a little over a month ago, and again, this newspaper, a lot of gossipy rumors as well, especially since there weren't a bunch of children going missing at this point in time. It seems that none of the children or missing reports had really started to trickle in yet. So there's like mentions of normal things, and you do make note that it was a new moon that day.
I do?
You do.
All right.
I mean, he's
August, well,
August. It makes sense. I mean,
Maybe August makes note of
he inspires me to. What was the word? He strikes me as the man to make note of even like little things calendar wise.
Sure. Details.
Like the weather. Like what was the weather that day? Like they've got.
Did they all go missing when it rained?
Is it like the farmer's almanac? Like
basically, because they've got like a little almanac-y section. So you make note that it was clear on March 8th, and it was a new moon. So.
Oh, that's the other thing we'd be looking for is any commentary on landslides, earthquakes.
Nothing out of the ordinary. Yet. You're still in the older files. So. You flip through some more. Basically, you're trying to figure out what's the first mention. Like, you go back to around these. Imagine you start at the older and then you work your way newer. You give me another library use check.
Yes.
Because you guys have spent all day here, so you get more than one.
Oh, I am pumped up.
Oh, apparently August is too.
Ooh.
It's a hard success. And August, look at you reading through this newspaper so quickly and efficiently.
Mr. Jones, I think I'm getting the hang of this. You see up here, they made a little note of the date. That's real helpful.
Yes, at the top of each page.
All right. I guess you're still perusing the social sections.
Yeah, I think so. I think
Classifieds.
because Jones has like a better eye for like scientific detail and factual detail. August is looking for the stuff that Jones won't understand by surface reading.
Society.
Yes. You make note that there were several. Let me do a quick Google. I can't believe I didn't look this up sooner.
Lindy, your Wikipedia of knowledge doesn't cover a random specific information.
In the social columns, there is talk about people needing to recruit, like volunteers for the like a big Easter picnic in like the town, like one of the bigger churches in town. There's supposed to be like a multi church potluck and picnic and games for the children and stuff. And that's supposed to be on March 25th. Because that was when Easter Sunday was. Yeah, that's what I didn't know. I was like, how did I not look that up? Shame on me. Yes. So there's new. It seems that everything is proceeding as normal, still in the socials, up to that point. You guys are like on the next issue. Edison Jones, you see on the 15th, which is the next issue, there are a few missions of missing children, mostly in the footnotes and more from more rural farm families. So there's some speculation
pick up around
about
the 15th.
Coyotes or wolves or bears. It's mostly rural, so it's not like front headlines or anything.
Would it be safe to assume that if they started printing it on the 15th, that like these disappearances maybe happened on the 13th?
Absolutely.
14th?
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
All right. And what is the phase of the moon when this starts to happen?
It is gibbous. The full moon is supposed to be on the 23rd.
I see. So gibbous is increasing in size.
Yes. Waxing gibbous.
Right. Well, it's the bulging one.
Yes, the bulging one.
Yes, the bulge. And sort of take note of that, and I'm like, all right. Well, it started somewhere around the time that. What is this? How does this line up? Remind me of the date that we are in right now.
It is Wednesday, April 11th.
Okay. All right. So about a month ago.
About a month ago.
About a month ago. Interesting. I'm trying to like line it up with like other weird anomalies, like when the train track was completed that we transported through, and like timelines and stuff like that.
Nothing there yet. You keep reading through it on a hard success. You do notice that the missing children's reports really start to ramp up around the 23rd, because there is now, and August would note in the next issue, there is panic, a little bit of panic in the paper, quiet panic. People are the picnic, the Easter picnic is canceled for the children, the children's games and stuff. Yeah. Service is still to be held, but there will be no extracurriculars afterwards for the children. Probably because they've started to go missing.
Yes.
And that is a full moon. Yeah.
Interesting. August, what do you know about phases of the moon? Is there any sort of folklore surrounding that?
Well, there's all kind of folklore to do with the moon.
Yes. Such as
Well, that's
monsters.
where lunatic comes from.
Yes.
And moon turns your mind.
Mm-hmm.
It said its origin of vampires or werewolves, depending on who you're talking to.
You know, what's funny is maybe a month ago I would have said that's poppycock, but who knows?
Well, it ain't
Reality is
poppycock,
forfeit.
but it is devilry.
Yes, I suppose it is not good. Well, I don't know. I met a very nice alien recently.
Because the thing about the new moon as opposed to the full moon, new moon's when it's darkest.
Yes,
Got the
true.
light reflecting on the world.
So here we have the moon at its nascent new moon stage. Way up
We'll
to a
try
full
to do more
moon.
hunting around the full moons because they can see easier.
Yes. Strange that all of these children started disappearing maybe halfway through the lunar cycle between the new and full moon. And then increasing in frequency. Anything about Arthur Lakes or anything like that? Any mention? Well, we said the 15th. He went on an expedition on the 8th. Nothing. No other mention of him.
There is a mention that he has not returned yet. His wife is concerned. If anyone's heard from him, please let her know. But, sometimes people go on an expedition. It takes more than a week.
Yes, or they die.
Or they die, it happens. Eaten by dinosaurs, whatnot.
Yes. What have
That
you?
hasn't happened. Not even one time.
Not even once. Pfft.
Not even
First time for everything.
3 times.
There's a first time for everything, and then there's another first time, and another first time, and another. Well, anything else we want to look for? Chuck.
I just realized you were talking to me.
Sorry. Cha-cha.
Cha-cha. Nothing off the top of my head, unless we're seeing reports of an influenza outbreak.
No reports of those. And you've basically gone through the Golden Globe issues. Now, there are still issues from the surrounding areas, newspaper issues. There's also
We
issues.
may need to save those for tomorrow.
And there's a little knock on
getting
the little, door frame. Hi, it's me, Patrick.
Yes, hello, Patrick.
Yes, hi. Just letting you know that we'll be closing in about half an hour.
Good.
Is there anything I can help you find, or?
No, we have been making some progress, but we may need to return tomorrow. Will you be open?
Oh yeah, we will. We're gonna be writing up the more articles and getting them all set up for the weekend.
Very good.
Yeah.
Do you know anyone here at the paper with any sort of deeper familiarity with these missing children and the events surrounding their disappearance?
I wish we actually have a little notice board. We're paying for information about it because,
Yes.
my niece has gone missing, and
I see.
our editor's kids have gone missing, and it's everyone's in a bit brat tizzy about it.
Yes, I'm surprised you're at work. Would
Well-
be awfully traumatizing, I imagine.
We try not to think about it too much. We've got the sheriff's out just about every day, combing the area looking for him, but not turned up anything yet.
Well, it's my understanding that children are very important to the people who parent them, so
Yeah, rightfully so.
condolences.
Is the
Appreciate it.
editor still in his office?
No, he already left for dinner. I'm the one locking up.
Will he be in tomorrow?
Yeah, he will be. Yeah, he's got plenty to edit.
And what was his name? I'm sorry, I didn't recall it. And he's
Oh,
leafing through the
his
newspaper
name's
to look for the other
Joseph.
name. All right. Do you think you'd be able to schedule Mr. Jones an appointment with Joseph for tomorrow by any chance? I know the editor's a very busy man, but it would really help.
Yes, please.
Yeah, no, sure, I can have him work right after lunch.
Very good. Here's my card.
Oh, thank
Hand
you,
him a
sir.
business card. Which I don't know if that was a thing in the 1800s, but now it is.
They did. They did have business
Calling
cards.
cards,
Yeah, calling cards.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah. No, I'll let him know. I'll put it on his desk for him. Anything else I can help y'all with?
Well, actually, Patrick, if you don't mind, where would you recommend going for dinner? We're pretty new into town, and
Oh, there's lots of
Mr. Jones
places.
very particular about good
What
quality food.
kind of food you looking for? We got. I mean, there's only one Chinese place in town, but we've got a couple. We got a Mexican restaurant. we've
Something
got-
a little simpler, maybe.
Yes. Standard fare.
Right.
Or I
Well,
guess it's like pained trying to find an adjective to suit the word bland. as fuck.
Boring.
what hotel are y'all staying at?
You're staying at the name of a hotel I don't remember.
The
because it
Astor
was
House
3 weeks
Hotel,
ago.
yes.
The Astor House, yes.
Oh well, Miss Astor can cook up pretty much whatever you need. If
Oh, that's fine, but we don't mind rubbing elbows with the local populace either.
several people go in there just for dinner. She's a real good cook. But yeah, if you don't want to go to the Astor House Hotel, there's a real nice steakhouse across the street, and down a few blocks.
Absolutely, we'll try that. They might have salad or something. The last time we were at the Astor House earlier today, there was
Yeah.
a child's birthday party.
Oh
So we want to
yeah,
avoid that if
yeah,
possible.
yeah. And he like looks through notes. Little Miss Lulu Coors, right?
Yes,
in the news, in
yes,
last week's issue.
of the brewery
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
Well, we shall try the steakhouse as well then. Thank you so much, Patrick.
Sure.
And
yeah,
we
no
will
problem.
return in the
Let me know
morning.
if I can help with your research or anything.
We
Can
shall.
I slip him a tip of some kind? 'Cause we basically barged in and like, let us use your office, let us
No.
use all your stuff, let us keep
Sure.
you late.
He's not gonna complain.
Okay. I think I still have like $1 of my allowance for the day.
Sure. $1's a lot.
So,
I give
yeah,
him
well,
a
I'm
nickel.
probably not gonna give him any more tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, he would be more than happy to get your appointment set up and everything you need.
Perfect.
Yep. He will, lock the doors and he kind of exits with you guys.
Yes.
Yes, and it is still, it's like business hours still. A little bit. Newspaper shuts down a little bit earlier. You mentioned because they start up a little bit earlier, probably. You go out to have a nice steakhouse, and as you're leaving, that's when the other group comes in. They're able to get like a baked potato, and like some pea
Wonderful,
soup.
with nothing else.
Yeah, they have some split pea soup. as well.
Unsalted butter.
Yes,
No, butter. Oh. Just a potato.
just a
It's
baked
fine.
potato. Yep.
Maybe the butter on the side. Maybe
Yeah.
August will eat it.
And you're able to get in bed right on time. The rest of your group seems to be out late.
Good. August, it's best that when we return to the hotel, we don't see or interact with anyone else in our group. We need to maintain a state of unbiased information, so when we get back together, we'll be able to judge accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry if I've seemed distracted lately, Mr. Jones. That wasn't my
Mhm.
intention.
No, not at all. I'm just saying that if we see anyone else, do not speak with them or ask them what they've been doing.
Yes, Mr. Jones.
And you don't see anybody else unless you go out and about again, because you guys are tucking in.
I'll lock myself in my room.
Yep, nice and early.
Don't want to meet this child.
There is no children's birthday party when you come back into the downstairs. It's just some adults having dinner in like the dining room area.
As it should be.
Yeah, not a lot of children in this town. And you go to bed, you wake up bright and early the next morning before the rest of your group, and you're able to go back to the newspapers.
This is terrific. Pardon my enthusiasm, but we wake up, we go to a place, we do something, and then we go home and go to sleep. I'm having a great time in Golden, Colorado.
And can you make me another library use check as
Yes,
Patrick
happily.
is happy to let you
An
in?
extreme success.
Ooh, excellent.
I'm in the zone, the Jones zone.
The Jones zone. I guess he's so in the zone. It's distracting.
No, August, hand me that one. No.
I think like Edison stops August stops Edison from knocking another writer's like cup of coffee over the paper, but ends up getting the coffee onto himself, so he's kind of distracted by that and just trying to keep up with what Edison is asking for.
August, stop pouring coffee on yourself and hand me another newspaper.
Oh, quite right, sir, quite right.
And you are now looking through the surrounding areas newspapers. They're not as complete, as they don't always get every copy of every issue, but with your extreme success, you are able to find out some important things. It seems that the children from Silver Plume, Georgetown, and Idaho Springs, their children also started to go missing around the same time. There's also a mention of, with your stream, of Arthur Lakes having arrived in Idaho Springs. Give me 1 second.
So he left on the 8th.
Yes, I'm getting you the date that he arrived.
No, it's March 8th, right?
Yeah, it was March 8th. I'm just getting, it was a Thursday, so he would have gotten there, Friday.
Right.
March 9th. He would have gotten into Idaho Springs on March 9th.
If I were to find a map of the area,
Yes.
where are all these towns geographically in relation to each other and
So,
Idaho Springs?
Idaho Springs would kind of be the center point. You have Golden, which is further over. There's another small town between here and Golden. They're also having children going missing. And then it would be
Sure.
Georgetown
As
and
you do.
Silver Plume. Silver Plume seems the farthest one away from Golden that has children going missing. But Idaho Springs seems to be the focal point. It's all on the same bit of rail track.
August.
Yes.
If I did not wish to deface this map, I would draw a circle, and you see this is the area of effect where the children have gone missing. But instead, I will do it with my finger. Please imagine that this is some sort of writing implement. I draw a circle with my finger. A couple times.
Yeah.
See?
And August, or because we looked at the notice board, didn't we? For
Yes.
oh no, August wasn't there. August was guarding the
Oh,
luggage.
Yeah.
Never mind. I wasn't there. I was there in spirit.
It was mentioned, though, that a bunch of children had gone missing.
Yeah, no, August knows that. I was just trying to remember if we knew from the notice board of any like outliers that we haven't found in the newspaper stuff that could also be added to the
Not so far.
Information pile, yeah.
Hmm.
And so with this area on the map, like, is there any other places of note nearby? Like,
It's
the
kind of
quicksand
just it's
pits,
a bunch of small
right.
mining towns surrounded by mountains.
Mhm.
A lot of
all mining
mountains.
towns, which is not surprising.
Some are hills. There's like a couple little rivers that go through. You're assuming those are being pan mined.
And no other mentions of anomalies in the area or hearsay
With
or
your
weirdo
extreme
rumors.
success, Idaho Springs had a bit of a rumble. They blamed it on maybe an old mine tunnel collapsing, but they felt like some ground tremors on the 11th of March.
This is a geological anomaly. Some
Only
sort
Idaho
of
Springs. It's just a small mention in the paper, assuring citizens that it was probably just a little too much dynamite going off in one of the mines, or an old tunnel collapsing that's no longer being used, as no one's reported
and that
any
was
damage.
the 11th,
The 11th, yes.
just a few days before the children went missing, but after Mr. Lakes arrived in Idaho Springs.
Yes, he arrived and then it says he headed north.
North. And where would that lead him, according
into
to the
mountains.
map? Okay. All right. Well, that gives us something to go on. Perhaps it's almost time for us to see the other members of our group and speak with them.
And you
Well,
also find a couple mentions in recent issues, like the most recent issue from Idaho Springs, their newspaper, that a couple sick or injured children have turned up.
Idaho Springs, sick and injured. Are they local children to Idaho Springs?
They are not. They do not know. Like, can someone please come and identify these children that we have found?
Strange.
Yeah.
All right. Just taking note of all that stuff. August, what time is our meeting with the editor? Did Patrick tell
It's
you?
about time. Wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's about 30 seconds from now, so
Right
on
about
time.
now? We need to go. 30 seconds. Gets up.
And you walk into the other room and it takes 10
Walks
seconds.
very fast.
Yeah.
Knocks on the door politely and waits.
Yeah. Oh,
Mr.
his desk is
Joseph-
not in an office. It is just out where all the other printing press
Find
stuff is.
something to knock on.
There's like the door frame, because like
On
you
the
guys
desk.
are in a separate room where the archives are. So,
Right.
yeah, and he just goes, you must be Edison Jones.
Yes, I must be. And you must be the editor. Forgive me. Remind me of your name once more.
Name's Joseph Blakely.
Mr. Blakely, a pleasure. Yes, I'm Edison Jones of Sacramento. This is my manservant, August Hope. I almost called you August Jones, August. Isn't that hilarious? If I had adopted you and made you my child?
That's a mighty large compliment. So.
Yes. Well, we are here investigating, in part, the strange disappearances lately for an independent third party.
Oh, well, that's mighty kind of y'all. Very good. How can I help you all today?
Well, I suppose we are wondering if you have any further insight, anything that perhaps didn't make it to print or was deemed too fantastical or unusual to be printed. We need to follow every lead possible, even if it is based in rumor and hearsay.
Well, there are some rumors that someone's abducting all these children, but that's a lot of work and no one to be caught yet, so I've kind of dismissed it. I don't like to publish copious amounts of speculation.
No, of course not. Ridiculous. But there's no other things. For example, here, and he takes out his notes and he says, here on the 11th,
yes,
there was marked there's some sort of tremor or
that was in Idaho
geological...
Springs. I sent a letter. They said it was just some dynamite or a collapsing tunnel or something.
Yeah, so
happens all the time. When they were building one of the new mines out here, it was quite a rumble when they used a little too much dynamite, a little bit too much blasting powder, getting the
seems careless of them.
Yeah, well, sometimes these miners aren't always as well educated as they should be on nature of explosives.
The people who work in the mines, not children.
Oh, some of them. Well, they've got some 12 and 14-year-olds. Well, not lately, but
that seems suitable. That seems appropriate.
Yeah, good working age.
Yes. All right, that's good. And what about you? Do you have any of your own theories or other suspicions that you haven't voiced yet?
Unfortunately, sir, I wish I had more theories as to where the children have been going and why they've gone, who's been taking them, how they've been going.
I understand that one of your own children is missing.
Yeah.
And that makes you feel sad?
Yes. Very, very much so.
All right. August, would you please pat this man on the shoulder and comfort him?
It's not necessary. Thank you, though.
No, I insist. August, say there twice and pat him on the shoulder.
I'm real sorry for your troubles. There.
August is a real people person.
I can tell.
August literally looks like he wants to crawl into his own skin and shrivel into a heart.
I feel like we should all make sanity checks.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, we appreciate your time. If any other news comes to the surface, we are staying in the Astor Hotel.
Right.
Sometimes they have children's birthday parties there, but mostly it is a reputable establishment.
Yes, it is. It's a very fine establishment. Is there anything else I can help you with around town? Any questions, since you're not from the area?
I don't think so. We have exhausted the archives. August, was there anything you wish to ask?
Well, I'm not sure if you'd be interested, but we do have a fairly well-known archaeologist with us on the trip. Might be putting an interview for you, maybe.
Oh, well, I'll keep that in mind. If we have any space in this room's issue, I'll know by the end of the day, probably.
It's Professor Hawks. He's got a history with Professor Lakes.
Oh, that could be interesting then.
He is dropping the name because he's just I need to know what you know, but also it's a good.
All that inside info, yeah.
Yes, Mr. Lakes has also been missing, ain't he?
Yes.
Just writing a couple notes.
But Mr. Lakes is not a child. It is an unusual coincidence.
Sure is.
Well, we appreciate access to your papers, and also we support you in the freedom of the press, which is the cornerstone of, so much of the freedoms that we share in this country.
Thank you very much, sir. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And good luck with your research.
Very good. We will leave you to your work. I'm sure that you have many things to print. Goodbye.
There's a pile of paperwork. And you leave and you exit the not the library. You guys haven't been to a library.
Sure. I wish.
You could ask around where the library is.
Yeah, it's all right. I feel like we got a lot of good info to go on.
You did. And you pass by a cafe with a little outdoor seating, and you see Bucky Boone, Kitty Cartwright, and Mina wheeling out a young girl in a wheelchair with a tray full of muffins. And no Ryan Hawks. He's sprinting towards an outhouse.
Hello, it's me, Edison Jones. We've traveled together from California. And you remember August?
Yeah, of course. I mean, we know you well. You're our friends.
Who are you? He says to the child.
Hi, my name is Florence.
Hello, Florence. I am Edison Jones.
It's
And
nice
this,
to meet
as you've
you,
heard,
sir.
is Mr. August Hope.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Oh, very polite. I like your wheelchair.
Oh, thank you.
Good. What are you doing with all of these muffins? Are you a muffin salesperson?
No, Miss Staunton bought them for everybody. Would you like a
He looks at
muffin?
Mina judgmentally.
Sugar, Mina, what were you thinking?
There's strawberry rhubarb and lemon blueberry muffins.
Oh, I feel well.
Live a
Um,
little, Mr. Jones. Would you like one?
A muffin.
And she's gonna pull one out. This one's Bran.
Oh, yes, please. He said, and he takes off like a little corner and eats it. He's like, oh, I am stuffed. Very
Would you care
rich.
to join us?
They're
Yes, I
quite
think so.
filling.
We can share with you some of the things we've learned, if it's all right with your friend Florence.
Yeah, I mean, of course, we can definitely go back and maybe get Florence set up with some areas and to read, and then we can have a talk.
Florence, do you like reading?
I love reading.
This child is acceptable.
She's got a little
It's good
book
to hear.
on, like tucked into like the side of her wheelchair between her lap and the chair.
Yeah.
Very good.
Mina's gonna chuckle a little bit, and then as we start to head off to the hotel, she's gonna lean down to Florence as she's pushing and say, "Don't mind Mr. Jones. He's quite eccentric.
He seems
His
nice.
heart's in the right place. Yes, he's a nice man."
Oh, he likes her. I think that's the most I ever seen him take to anybody ever.
I think so too.
Glowing review.
I'm
And-
almost jealous.
And you're able to wheel her back to the Astor House Inn with some muffins and like a little paper bag to go. Where do you set her up? You set her up in like the dining area, like a corner of the dining room, or
Yeah, we'll figure
Yeah,
out
that's
like her
nice.
room situation in a little bit, but for the time being,
We can
just-
sort that.
okay, can I buy a nice window, so she can get some
Yeah.
air and some nice light. Maybe I
Once
give her
we're
some
yeah,
drawing
once she's-
exercises.
once
Yeah,
she's
some
working,
snacks
like
and
very
stuff.
tactfully, Jones goes to one of the other adults
if you give
and
her
says,
drawing exercises, she would be more than happy to start working on that.
Jones goes to the others and says, "Where's this child's parents?"
She's on a trial period where we've temporarily adopted her.
You what?
Yeah, I mean, me and Mina.
I'm sorry for shouting. I didn't mean
It's
to.
okay. I mean, I was quite scared. That's quite a raised voice for you, Mister.
Yes, I was a bit worked up. So
I
you
know. I understand.
temporarily adopted her for what reason?
So you see, myself and Miss Staunton, we went to the orphanage, and while we were there, we started talking with the person who runs the place and the children there. And see, the strangest thing, Mr. Edison, they were all, a lot of them have gone missing because you see, they were all obsessed with digging, and the more we spoke with them, the more we found out that a lot of them have been going missing and wandering off to go dig in this place that they all feel they know where it is. So,
Does this place happen to be somewhere north of Idaho Springs?
I'm not good with maps, but that one second, just a moment.
I
And he'll
take
go
out a
over to
map.
Florence and just be like,
Hi.
Florence, what
Yes, sir?
direction is the feeling of needing to dig coming from?
That way.
And he looks to Edison.
Yes, that's correct.
So, and he walks back over. So what we then found is that they all have this feeling, but all of them keep going missing when they go outside and start digging and all that. So what I thought we could do is, Florence here is lovely and wonderful, and Has an incredibly tragic story. I'll tell you about it later. But
No, thank you.
fair enough. But they know the direction we need to be going in to find where all the kids are going missing.
You're a bit of a divining child.
They are. Yeah, they're like a living compass.
Interesting. A dowsing
Oh.
kid.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Thank you.
So... Sorry, you done? That was a lot of laughter for you.
Yes, I'm good.
Okay. Just checking.
I've finished.
All right, don't mess the diaphragm up.
Chat.
So that's the case. We basically found that they could lead us to it, so we thought we would take them out of the orphanage for about, roughly 7 days maybe, go and find out where the kids are, get the
And
rest
then
of
just
them
dump
out.
them back at the orphanage.
Yeah, something like that.
You realize that when you adopt a child, it is not just for Christmas, but for forever.
Mina gives a very pointed look to Bucky.
It's kind of like, yeah.
When Irma and I adopted our son Filbert, who is again a Portuguese stickbuck, we made a commitment to be his parents until he dies, which will probably be within 12 months.
Okay, well, hopefully Florence will last longer than 12 months, eh?
No comment.
Okay. Well, aside from that dark moment that we had there, Edison, I understand it's a lifelong commitment. We'll see how it goes, okay?
Well,
We'll get the rest of the kids back, and then maybe they'll be a hero and be adopted by being an orphan hero. Or we find somebody else who can take them in.
Here, let us gather the other legal adults here so August and I can share what we have learned.
That'd be good.
Yes. Florence, stay there and continue your exercises.
You're doing great.
Yes, sir. She's
Very good.
She's filling up I'm sure you told her to like fill up a page of like cubes or something, typical drawing exercises. You're able to all gather up. She's happy as a clam, full of muffins, new clothes, and sketchbook exercises from a real artist. Pretty exciting.
Well, we'll say this. She is charming, as far as children go, and surprisingly well behaved. So I do not begrudge you, Bucky, and Mina. I was thinking perhaps you would like to hear what we have learned, because I think there is some correlation
Sounds good.
between this and the impulses that these children have.
That sounds quite interesting, Mr. Jones.
Well, August and I have been on a real thrill ride of reading through newspapers. And we have learned, and then I just say everything that we've learned.
Wonderful.
And so you
that was
see-
a lot.
Mr. Lakes went toward Idaho Springs and left there on the 11th, heading north. Idaho Springs lies in the
On the
center of...
8th.
Yes, August?
It was the 8th, Mr. Jones.
He left here on the 8th,
That's right.
and then arrived in Idaho Springs on the 9th, and I believe he disappeared from Idaho Springs on the 11th. Is that correct, God?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kipper.
Yes.
And so, Idaho Springs is somewhat central to the location of the towns from which children have gone missing.
And what's remarkable
Perhaps-
is
And the
that
rumble.
children have arrived there too. Unidentified children, some of them injured.
They have come back to Idaho Springs with injuries or sicknesses. They are not from this area. These children, is it possible that they wandered off in that direction and started digging, maybe in a mine or a cave somewhere?
Seems likely. They do say that they yearn for the mines.
Cause a compulsion such as this.
I don't know, but
Pied Piper.
maybe some sort of weird Pied Piper situation. Yeah, I mean, previously, we went and saw dinosaurs, so I think
remember.
it's not out of the question.
Yes. Oh, well, I think we know where our next destination is. We need to catch a train to Idaho Springs.
Which, speaking of,
Well, it leaves Friday, so we've got a little time.
The train
We
only
miss-
runs on Fridays.
No, it runs every other day. We missed it this morning.
Hmm.
Are we Wednesday today? Still? Are we still on Wednesday or are we Thursday? I'm not
No,
really
it's
sure.
Wednesday.
We're
It's
on-
still
It is Wednesday, yeah.
It's like afternoon Wednesday.
2 days. We have to wait 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
It will leave in
Right.
the morning on Friday, so you really only have like one full day left.
Yeah.
Stop trying to comfort me, God. I'm furious.
Careful, she'll put you in another session with Doris.
It's true. I need to calm down. I've been in sessions with Doris. She tells me I need to control my temper.
Huh.
In addition to everything we've learned, there's also the matter of our businessmen on a business trip who may not be what they seem.
Oh,
Well,
What else could they be?
goons.
to be
What is
honest, I've
this?
seen at least one of them work out, and they do look rather like they could hold their own in a fight.
See.
Do you
So
remember
you've
the
been observing
telegram?
these men and their
Well-
muscles do exercise?
I unfortunately have been observing a lot of men and muscles. We went to the School of Mines. They have a new gymnasium, which I had the full tour of, and every person and piece of equipment there. Ryan talked to the two gentlemen. One is still injured, although I still wouldn't want to get in a fight with them. But the other one is clearly fit and is training almost, or at least keeping himself healthy. I
They got
suppose.
one of them circus schools here.
No.
I don't know. The circus
Mines
school.
with an N.
Oh, I see. I saw one
I'm
of them
struggling
once.
enough, Charlie. But but they have this new gymnasium. Now, to be honest, after we visited there, Ryan was almost contemplating whether we used that opportunity, knowing they were in the gymnasium, to go to the
Lock
rooms,
them in the
but,
gymnasium and set it on fire.
I love that.
there were a lot of other people in there, and we also don't know
Oh,
if these
then
men
no.
are.
We should be sure before we attempt to kill them.
Are you? I'm going to brush over that because
All right.
you have a way. But, however, to a certain degree, your idea isn't a bad one. If we do want to waylay them, that is maybe a way to do it, is to lock them. Not the fire part. But you know, we could have them miss the train, for example, so that because we are thinking that they're probably coming same direction.
Do you think
as
they
us.
will be on the same train as we on Friday?
I think
likely.
I'd be surprised if they were not. They do seem to be interested in the same areas. I feel like I think he ran off for more whiskey, but Ryan, I think, did mention that when he spoke to them, they mentioned they were heading west. So, which is
And we have reason to believe they stole documents from Professor Lakes' office.
yes.
Gasp!
Oh, sorry, I didn't mention that. Yes, we were looking to try and acquire them, or at least copy them, but that's a little bit of a task, and also could cause more trouble. So
Well,
I don't know.
I'm afraid that we have come to a bit of an impasse here. Is that we may need to use subterfuge or underhanded tactics to waylay them from joining us heading west. And none of us are trained in such things.
Definitely
We're all
not.
honest and upstanding people.
But I think together maybe we can do something dishonest to waylay them, you know?
I mean,
Weigh
there's
heavy on my
dishonest and there's
conscience.
bending the truth a little, or doing a little bit of
Couldn't we just ask them?
acting.
Ask them to not go to Idaho Springs.
What? Ask them to wait for us. We got some important business, and we could maybe just pay something towards their transportation.
Well, I do recall.
We're very
that-
important people, remember, Mr. Jones?
Yes, of course we are. At least some of us. Remember that we had heard that perhaps Mr. Marsh's competitors may have muscle here trying to cause us harm, or at least
Yeah.
keep tracks on our whereabouts. I am not so sure that they will see reason in this aspect.
I'm not sure how we could ask them to miss the next train and turn up on Monday. That's almost a week from now. That we'd have to give them very good reason to not travel.
We'd have to frame them for a crime and have them arrested.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yes, awful. I could not be the one to do it, and therein lies the problem. We are all honest people.
But
I
mean,
think
there are.
for a moment we all need to just take a second, maybe have a sip of tea. Things are starting to escalate in a way that are somewhat concerning and frightening.
We can
You're
probably
right.
mind map
Again,
some
my temper.
crimes.
I'm getting worked up. And you're right. There must be some sort of reasonable solution to prevent these men from doing us ill.
Maybe somewhere between all these ideas, if they're meant to be following us around, why don't they just follow me and Bucky somewhere for a while?
Good
We
deal.
could hightail it out of town. They think we're going somewhere interesting. They follow us. They missed the Friday train.
A misdirection, such as in close-up illusory magic.
Yeah, that sounds like an interesting idea. That way, nobody gets arrested, and you just get more time to get ahead of them. I think me and August could do it with his strength and, my personability.
Yes, I would say that's possible. I am probably the least suited candidate for such a thing.
I think you're too important for that.
No, I'm just bad at lying.
That's fair. I mean, I understand it's difficult.
Yes.
There's someone who comes in at this moment and speaks to the front desk and then walks over to you all and says, was one of you Mr. Boone?
Yes,
Oh,
one
yeah.
of us is.
Yes, I have an invitation for Mr. Boone.
Yeah, but what? The what? You guys over and takes it like
You see a
confused.
very nice envelope, with Mr. Bucky Boone written on it.
Yeah, this is giving me deep dread. 1 second. And he'll sort of like open it and just quickly take a look by himself. He'll go over somewhere and just...
Yeah, you open it up and it is an invitation to the Coors house, the Coors estate, for tomorrow afternoon, to perform magic tricks for young Lulu, Coors, and, with appropriate compensation and beer.
What is it?
I
Feel
might
free
have found
to
a new
bring your
job, it
friends and
seems.
associates as well.
I've been given an invitation to go to the Coors house tomorrow to perform some magic for people. It gets us a nice little way into the Coors house. We can have a look around, see if there's anything of interest there.
Why do we need to go to the Coors house?
Don't know, but it could make for a good distraction.
I would
Maybe
imagine they
they'll-
have quite a vast library.
They probably do.
Oh, then we should go.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Mina, while
Good
you were
thinking,
talking,
Mina.
you would have found out from talking with Florence that there is no golden library. It's only private libraries. Oh yeah, Edison didn't hear this last time. There's no city or county library in Golden yet. We're still some years off from that. It's mostly private reading rooms, women's reading rooms, which Mr. Jones would not be allowed in, or people's private libraries, of which the Coors estate would have the largest in town. So...
Well, I would normally frown upon going to parties when we have work to do, but seeing as we are here until Friday...
Might as well make use of it then. I'm happy
Yes,
to get
good
us a
work,
ticket
Miss
in.
Staunton.
Thank you.
Finding out that there's a library there.
Sure. I mean, okay. Hey, August. Could you possibly? I'm gonna need somebody to help me with this. If I'm doing a whole birthday party, I gotta have an assistant. Do you reckon you could?
August is very good at assisting.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Rodeo
I was
clown.
thinking, rodeo clown might be the way that we go right now. I'm thinking something like that. Like getting close to it. Magicians, but it's a trial for a
Rodeo
rodeo
clown.
clown. All right. Glad we could have this discussion. I think that's the way to go
Yeehaw!
then. Yeehaw.
Yes. Good.
Sounds much
I'm
better
sorry,
in
made
your
that more
accent.
masculine.
Yeehaw!
Thank you, Mr. Jones.
You're welcome. Very manly.
Sounds like a plan then. I'll accept the invitation. We can do our act. You can all get time in the library and have a look at what else you can dig up and maybe just enjoy some food. and
Does
beer.
anyone else feel as though Ryan Hawks is somewhere nearby?
I feel like he's
Do you
judging.
think he's,
We're
do you think he's
silently.
coming back from buying all the whiskey?
I smell alcohol.
I hope he remembered to telegram his wife.
Oh dear.
I'm sure that's
I
what
don't
he's
know.
been
I just
doing.
feel a presence. I don't know that he's
Ah.
actually here or not.
Oh,
he's
so much
colorful.
color.
Oh, I hate it. Oh, I hate it. Oh, he's glowing.
He's been drinking that whiskey too much.
That
He's
Lord
lit.
in him glow. Here we go.
There we go. Okay, there we go.
Ah, phew. Oh, hello, Mr. Hawks.
Hi.
We're all readjusted.
We're
But,
just gonna sit in silence.
Yeah, we sit in silence and stare at each other.
As for the rest, though, maybe we do this event then tomorrow. We do that, and then maybe me and August find a way to maybe lead the two gentlemen on a business trip away. I'm sure we
Good
could
idea.
find a way to do that while you move on.
If you
Yes.
feel safe doing so.
Actually, I
August,
don't know whether I
definitely.
do want to know what's going to happen to these two gentlemen.
Nothing. They're just gonna have a little distraction in a different direction.
Unless they
A
cross
day
us.
before the train somehow. Anyways,
Don't
it is
worry
what
about
is.
it.
I'm not
Look,
going to.
You can trust me and August. We're very upstanding individuals in society.
Yes, and
Just
so they're
be
good at lying.
careful.
I will be. I got August.
Mr. Hawks, you have missed it, but we are up to
Oh.
subterfuge.
Are you?
Yes.
Seems
Or no.
You're getting it, Jones.
I've done it.
If
I can't lie.
you-
Yes, we are.
you wouldn't mind just going over the plan just one more time, just bullet pointed, that'd be wonderful.
Certainly. I would let somebody else do it. I feel as though I've been so long-winded today because of my emotional rise and fall.
Understandable. It's been quite an arc for you.
Yes, I've really grown.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So,
Mr. Boone.
I
Go for it,
mean,
Mr.
I
Boone.
guess so. I'll jump in. So, basically, Ryan, the two gentlemen on a business trip are a problem. We need to make sure that we direct them away. However, Edison's plan of locking them in the gymnasium and burning them alive ain't quite what we want to do. So, instead of that, we're gonna move on, and myself and August are gonna detach from the rest of you and lead the two of them away the day of the train. They miss their train. You all get on. We catch up later. Everything's safe. You get a head start with Florence and with the rest of the team. And we delay the businessman on a business trip from being a problem.
Yes. At least
Also,
for a while.
we're doing a show tomorrow at the Core's house.
We're putting on a show.
We're putting on a show. If you want to get involved, let me know. I can split the money. Maybe not the beer. I don't want to be sharing the same bottle. It's not much beer in a bottle of beer, but we can get more beer. And I'm going to be doing magic. And August is going to be my assistant.
Oh, and Professor Hawks, I have arranged for you to have an interview with the editor of the paper here.
Yes,
his
he is
name's
a-
Joseph. He's a very nice man. His children have gone missing, but he was very interested when I dropped that you were an associate, Mr. Lakes.
Yes, I'm not sure what else other information he might have, but rest assured, we've already comforted him about the disappearance of his child, so you don't need to worry about that.
Right. Okay. Coming back to a few questions, if you don't mind.
Yes, sure.
Yeah, of course.
Right. Firstly, do you have any ideas on how to keep the businessmen away? Do you have any inkling on how you're going to do that?
So I think honestly, we've only just come up with the idea of it. We kind of need to, we need to have a bit of a back and forth to think about it. If you have
Yeah.
any ideas, Ryan, it'd be great to hear them too.
I mean, the immediate one is you tell them that the train was delayed until later in the day, so they don't go to the train station later in the day. Afternoon train instead of a morning train. Oh,
Good do.
be rather
We'd have to have them
persuasive, right?
overhear it. We can persuade them for sure. I mean, they'd
We'd
probably
have
be
to-
looking out after us.
We'd have to also be certain that they bought their tickets in advance, and so that would give a reason for the train company to contact them.
I get the feeling they may have done that.
Maybe.
Ideally, we could
Or
keep them away
alternatively,
from the
you can steal their train tickets.
train
So kill them.
station altogether and just have us getting onto a stagecoach for them to follow.
True enough. We could maybe talk to them about the fact that there's some issues on the tracks along the way. That's not so unusual. It happened literally the other day, and that we've heard that. And we're on our way in a stagecoach. We could even have them join us and go together if we need to, while the rest of you jump on an actual train.
Right. Okay. Well, I guess I'll leave that to you two.
We'll figure it out.
Or I could speak to the local sheriff and fabricate some sort of reason as a lawyer that they are involved in a particular crime and should not be leaving town. And they would have to be held in custody for a few days.
You can try that.
Kidnapping.
Perhaps.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, we can figure that out. Yeah, I mean,
It makes me sick to my stomach to think about it.
Yeah, definitely. I was brainstorming some other names I could go under at one point. We could use one of those if you want. Say they got kidnapped.
Don't pick Edison Jones. That's my name.
No, I didn't. No, I never would.
Good. Also, Hawks, we have. I'm sorry, that was awfully familiar of me, Mr. Hawks. August and I have been at work at the newspaper office, and we have discovered that there's a very specific region in which these children have been receiving compulsions to dig and to leave town. So we think it's all centered around Idaho Springs, which is the last recorded sighting of Mr. Lakes.
Indeed. That's where he was heading for his new dig or something.
Yes, north from there. So perhaps there's a mine there or a cave, and something is forcing these children to be child laborers, which normally is fine. But in this case, it's probably not.
I mean, it depends if they're getting paid, right?
Yes, of course. You see sense.
Okay. Have we given up trying to get that piece of information they took from Lakes' office that they got?
What piece of information is this?
We haven't really discussed it, to be honest. As to what the plan was, weren't really sure how to do it.
Yeah.
Things have somewhat changed since then.
Okay.
I mean, if obviously if Mr. Boone and Mr. Hope travel with these people, they're obviously going to take that information with them. If they are going to leave them behind, maybe they can somehow acquire these paperwork.
Yeah, it's quite possible.
Do you think these men have been observing us all the way from Sacramento?
I'd say so.
I believe so.
In that case, they know each of us by sight.
Who knows what they know? I suppose. I mean, if they're trained to follow us, I'm sure they have learned various things. We
can't trust anything now. They could have poisoned our food.
I'm wondering what they would think of the fact that my father has suddenly shown up in.
We don't think they remember our excursion to the Paleolithic era.
No, I don't think they do. They remain
because if I were
right?
If I were hired as a goon to trail someone and observe their movements, and then went to Dinosaur Town, I might change my priorities. Is all I'm saying.
True enough.
Yes. I mean, I don't know how you would read that on someone. It's not like we would openly say it.
Loud.
Oh, well, it's not a bad one. We do feel like other people on the train had some sort of connection, and Mr. Bailey, of course.
I assumed those two men were homosexual lovers. This is very disappointing.
I don't think being goons makes them not homosexual lovers.
They can be both.
Fair. They can be both. You're right. Well, I'm sure that you two will find out if you have an encounter with them. Get to the bottom of it.
Certainly will.
The nature of their relationship.
I'm not sure what's going to make them want to beat me up more. The fact it's their job or me asking if they're homosexuals.
Fair.
I don't know. You're a very attractive man, Mr. Hope. Maybe that would be a good thing.
Is he?
I'm not entirely sure
Well-
that information is quite pertinent about them. It's not that
Yeah,
important.
it's
I
not
think we should
relevant. Yeah, I
rather
know.
maybe.
It is rather curiosity and sort of changing my perspective. I'm upset to learn that we have been followed.
Thank you, though, Miss
understand.
Cartwright.
Of course.
Very complimentary.
Jones is like looking at August, being like, "Oh, people find him attractive.
Aw.
Interesting. Is it how tall he is?"
Well, I mean, it's not just that. I mean, it's
I'm gonna go and get some more drinks for everybody and some more tea, Miss Staunton. Water,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Jones.
I mean, it's more to
Yes,
do with
please.
his appearance more
Um,
than anything, you know.
Maybe a second tea for the child.
Of course, is that what you like, Miss Florence?
She's off in the corner, so. But
Yeah,
you
you
do
can go
notice
over
that her
and
beverage
ask.
does seem to be empty.
What do children drink?
Whatever you give them.
Yeah,
That seems
The-
irresponsible.
maybe
water.
not whiskey.
juice,
What?
I guess.
Not
The
the best
whiskey on the
idea.
gums does soothe a colicky child.
Well, okay, yeah.
Interesting.
I did have an additional question in regards to this whole plan.
Yeah, guys.
Why are you doing a magic show to the Coors Brewery?
Oh, that's just because I'm good.
Oh, this is just something you just fancy doing.
Oh no,
Right.
he takes the like invitation that he's been sent
nice
with his
invitation.
name specifically on.
He's
and
just
he's
the
like,
best.
I was just great. Apparently, I didn't think I did that good, but apparently I haven't left all those talents behind. They invited me, and I thought,
It's their own.
you know what? The Core's house? Why not? We can go there, see if we can find more things out, and if not, have some good beer.
Apparently, they're
Okay.
short on entertainment around here. It's their own fault for not having a school of mines.
Yeah, exactly. They should have thought about
Well.
that.
Well, I remember talking to a Mr. Jefferson or something like that. He invited me to the brewery too, so maybe he just wants company.
Maybe.
Okay.
I'm
I'd
also
like to
going.
Yeah, I'd like to see your show and sample the brewery. That'll be.
And the library.
Sounds like a great idea. I mean, overall, might be just a nice night for us, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Why not? Why not? Is everyone
What is the
going,
dress
or-
code?
I would imagine to be quite formal.
Yeah. I would say formal.
And Jones is always wears the same thing. Always suit. Like with a tie, and historically he sleeps with
Cravat.
a sleeping tie.
I
Yeah.
would probably say black suit and tie.
Goodness. Right. August, we need to prepare my black suit and tie.
I'll make sure it's pressed, Mr. Jones, and your collar freshly starched.
Good man. Now he's the best.
He's
And-
like busy bringing down the drinks that
Yeah,
he's already gone
And when
gotten,
you
and he's
went
got a
over to
tray.
Florence, we're just gonna have a little moment there. You see, she's filled up an entire 2 pages of drawing exercises that Mina instructed her to do, and she's moved on to doodling in her personal little sketchbook. And you see that she is sketching out Bucky and Mina, little portraits of them, and they're actually quite good.
Say, Miss
Oh.
Florence,
Hi, yes, Mr. Hope.
well, I'd like to get you another drink, but I was also wondering, I mean, it's a big imposition given we've only just been introduced and all, but might you do me a favor?
You are the adult, yeah, but what can I do for you?
Would you mind taking my spot in the conversation? I think you might have some more worthy input than I'm having.
If you wheel me over there, sure.
Of course. He's gonna wheel her over.
Yeah, and you see that she that she was drinking chamomile tea.
Hello, Florence.
Hello, Mr. Jones.
I thought that Miss Florence, given her very creative mind, he kind of waves towards the sketchbook, might have some good ideas for us that we've maybe not considered.
She kind of holds it up a little bit so that way it's not obvious that she was drawing Bucky and Mina, but it's not fast enough, and so you can definitely see that she was sketching Bucky and Mina. But there are 2 full complete pages of the drawing exercises done.
Miss Florence, we're busy contemplating a sneaky plan to distract 2 very mean men who want to harm
Oh.
us by leading them in the wrong way.
Well, could always tell them something that's not true. You could fib.
So,
That's
Or-
a good idea.
If they're following, you could act like you're gonna go one way and then go another.
And if you
That
were
too.
gonna do that and you were gonna lead them somewhere, how would you then turn around real fast?
Well, you don't actually have to lead them if you just say you're gonna go someplace and then you don't, right?
I knew you were gonna do better in this conversation than I did. I'll go and get you that tea. He's gonna-
Mina's gonna pause for a moment. That might be a wonderful idea. What if we speak to these gentlemen, these bad men? She's trying to like make it like a story as if it's not actually happening. And then we tell them what we found out something, or our plans have changed. We have found new information that leads us to somewhere else. Makes them think that we're onto something that they're not.
Well, you can't tell them directly.
Have to make sure they
No.
all
You just
hear.
have to talk about it loudly in their vicinity. That's how some of the other kids would get, like, sneak out and get cookies and pies and stuff, is they would have me talk loudly with somebody else about where they were supposed to be, but they were actually someplace else.
That makes sense. It's a classic misdirection. You speak just enough to make it feel like you're being secretive and they're overhearing you, and then they'll go the place you expect them to go. Very smart. Very, very smart idea.
Very smart.
now, this is all hypothetical. Remember, as Mr. Boone will tell you, lying is wrong.
Yeah, lying's really
Hmm.
wrong.
And we are
Yeah,
only
even if
doing it
it's
in
for
a very
cookies.
extreme situation, even
Plus,
especially if it is for cookies.
Oh,
it depends on how good the cookies are, but mostly, yes.
Yes,
Were
but,
the cookies
um,
good though, Florence?
I
there are
wouldn't know.
circumstances
Ah,
She wouldn't know. She didn't have any.
Yep.
Hmm.
Panics and not officially adopted child. Trying to behave.
Still trying to get in there, get a foot in the door. You know.
well,
All right.
that was very smart of you. Thank you for that, Florence. That really helped answer our questions, I think.
You guys writing a book?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
something like that.
It's really cool.
Mm. Do you enjoy books?
Love books. I've
Like
read all the
Jules
ones in the
Verne?
orphanage like 3 times over. Yeah.
Really?
Mhm.
What is your favorite book?
I really like Sherlock Holmes.
Yes, this child is acceptable. Right. Good. Good. That is good reading material. Yes, very good. I don't know what to say.
Maybe you could discuss the book a bit further later. Give some of your insights.
Oh, perhaps. Yes, we can talk about major themes throughout.
Yeah.
Arc of the plot and some of the minor characters and the other analogies. All right, yes.
I always thought the writing on the wall was a bit, dramatic.
Oh, I think
August
so.
returns with chamomile tea and spouts the one thing he knows about the first Sherlock Holmes story.
Well, they say
Yes.
villains have a flair for the dramatic, especially Moriarty.
Yes. And Conan Doyle does become more refined as the series continues. He's a bit heavy-handed toward the beginning.
Okay,
Still.
well, this is very
They're a
nice, and
fun read.
Mina is just completely like mind blown that Edison is doing small talk right now.
Yeah.
Edison is chatting with a child and she's just drinking this tea and taking it in.
No children could like books.
What did you think children did, Mr. Jones?
Usually eat and urinate. And dig, apparently. I didn't know they were enjoying that, but everyone seems very enthusiastic about it here. I've not encountered many human children, so I tend to avoid them.
Okay, well, maybe
Well-
this is a learning experience.
Oh, it's a good way to think of it.
And I fear tomorrow you won't be as lucky. With
You should
I won't
see-
learn anything. Oh, the birthday party. Is
You
it a
should
birthday
see
party?
The relief on Mr. Jones's face
Yes.
when it was revealed I was not a child by my mother.
Oh, yes. I'm so glad that he was a grown man.
Sounds
Oh, good, I
more-
said a grown man. Yeah, she kept
mean,
on
it could
talking
have been
about
worse.
him.
You could have
August
said
did
the other way
this
around.
today. August
Poor
did that
child.
today, and I just pictured a 5-year-old.
See.
He's much more mature.
Shall we perhaps prepare for the show at the Cause Estate?
I think
All
we
right.
should. We got a lot of
Should
things
I
to
prepare a
for.
dance number?
Oh, that'd be amazing.
I would love to
Actually,
see
that.
yes.
August will need to press my leotard as well.
Yes, Mr. Jones, of course.
Don't want any wrinkles in my tights.
I'll take great care of the suede.
Thank you.
Okay. We probably have to look August as well at getting ourselves some appropriate attire.
You're right. We probably. I don't know if I got. Well,
Didn't we
maybe.
buy a suit at a previous stop on our expedition for
We
you?
need to snazz it up a little bit though for the whole act, right? When you're doing magic, you need to be a bit
It's
more
doing theater?
showy.
That's
Yeah.
right. We're gonna put on a little show for a party.
Wow.
Yes, and you will join us if you wish.
Oh, that would be really fun.
Miss Florence
it
would make
shall.
a wonderful assistant.
Definitely.
Good.
We can make
Very
use
good.
of that
Does
fine
your-
new bonnet we bought today.
Yes.
Wow.
Bucky, do your magic plans involve any illusions that use a box?
Yeah, a few. I mean, we can do a few with a box. I got a little menu we could go through.
Oh boy.
Some classic acts, you know.
Lucky. I just had a terrible thought.
Oh, I love that. What is it?
We should not make any children disappear.
Yes,
Oh,
you should
no, we're not
avoid
doing
any
that. I
tricks
think-
that involve the disappearance of children.
Yeah, generally in a town where children are going missing, I don't want to
Yes,
be
you
doing
see,
the
people
disappearing
have
act
the
with
children have been
yeah.
disappearing from this area.
Yes,
It just
They
occurred
have.
to me how terrible that would be as an idea.
Mhm.
that would be awful. You're right. We won't do
Maybe
that.
a disappearing chicken. He
That's
recalls
Even
Lulu's
that.
little chicken cow.
You have a little
situation.
toy figures, yeah.
We could do like a
Do
little
you-
vanishing chicken.
Do you know any tricks that will have all of the children come back?
I wish.
Make this a lot easier.
It really would, wouldn't it? Also, we
that
could
could
just
be
find the
next
guy we're
week's
looking
show.
for. No, I'm not. I don't have actual
Yes.
magic. I'm sorry to say, Edison. I
Oh, it is.
apologize.
Yes, you're right. I understand.
It's all a ruse,
illusion
it's
based. It's a ruse.
illusion.
It's a fabrication based on people's naivety.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
I hope the people tomorrow are very stupid.
I hope so too.
I'm going to retire to my room and prepare my dance number. I will be stretching, so if you hear any noises, that's just me warming up.
All right.
Goes off.
Thanks.
Does anybody else need anything laundered and
No,
Are we
but
all meant to be performing something?
It's he comes back. It's not a talent show. It's not-
the more the merrier.
I started to wonder though. I mean, I've seen Bucky do some not magic. I don't feel like I have any skills to offer, but I'd love to watch you dance, Mr. Jones. But I just wanted to double check
bet
we
you
weren't
would.
all expected to suddenly turn up with a talent.
I mean, what's your talent?
She likes
Well, like-
watching men exercise and dance.
I don't think
don't-
you can do that.
I think that's a talent. Although, yeah, I'm gonna watch you dance. So there you go. I'll be doing my talent while you do yours, Mr. Jones.
Yes.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.
She says before
His
dinner.
talent is ogling. Yeah.
I, d-
And then
Everybody-
sneaks out. Go. Oh, sorry, we haven't gone to dinner yet.
I was gonna say nobody eating. This seems like
She just changed a hat.
Comes back out.
Back out.
you know. Maybe if we tell you that the local delicacy is beefcake.
Just
I'm
strolls
sorry, that was
past
bad.
him, looking for, but as if she knows where they're going to dinner. She's off.
I'm sorry, that was a low blow.
It's fine. I like beefcake.
You say as your father walks back into the room and back into the Astor House Hotel. Oh, do you really, Kitty?
Well, meatloaf, you know, but That's I don't know. It was a little joke.
Yeah.
Hello,
sound a
Father.
little-
Hello, how's your day gone? I had a wonderful day at the university.
Good. Yes. Did you see their gymnasium?
I briefly walked through it, yes.
We have a child.
Oh! And he's doing mental math to see, how old she is.
I mean, it's not.
Versus-
No, she's visiting.
I see.
Yep. Temporary adoption.
Oh. He looks between Kitty and Bucky.
Trying to, see if it
No,
works.
Yes, no, yeah, sure, that's a method. You can see if it works. Yeah. No, sure. It's the newer generation is very open-minded, I see. Good for you all.
Yeah.
Who is this lovely young lady? My name is Florence. Lovely to meet you, Florence. And my name is Reggie. Kitty's father. Oh, so you're Mr. Cartwright. Yes, Mr. Cartwright. And there's a little conversation. And he's like, so, anything else exciting happen while I was at the school?
What talents do you have, Mr. Cartwright?
Well, I can whistle. I can. What kind of talents? I can play. I know an instrument. I can play the piano a bit.
How are you with dance?
Not my strong suit. What kind of
shame.
dance? Like I can do a partner, like a dance at an event.
I was just thinking
But like
maybe,
like ballet? No, not ballet.
I don't know what Mr. Jones would do, so I can't even begin to describe it. So
Maybe Mr. Cartwright could announce us. He has a very recognizable voice.
He does. That's a good point.
And I never heard of a magician announcing himself. That seems mighty odd.
Yeah, I guess it would be. Mr. Cartwright, would you? We have a party tomorrow, and I'm going to be doing a
Right.
magician's act. And
Oh,
would you perhaps announce us?
yes, no, certainly, I'd be happy to.
You have a very strong voice.
I will do my best.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
No, no trouble at all.
So dinner?
Yes. Are we having it here at the Astor House, or are we going elsewhere, like last night?
I was told the meal here is very good at the Astor House. Locals come here to eat. But if anybody would prefer, there's a good steakhouse across the street.
We've been. Mina's gonna say awkwardly. It was very nice. It was very pleasant, but
Was
wow.
right? Yeah, it's decent.
There's also a Mexican and a Chinese in town. Restaurant, that is. Not just two individuals.
I was getting that. Maybe we can go and have some Chinese food. It's been a while.
would Mr. Jones, be able to eat
He'll
that?
probably retire and have himself,
Give him a bowl of plain white
He's
rice.
got to prepare for the dance.
True.
That's
Alright.
true, I guess. Maybe
We don't want
food
him to
would-
bloat the leotard.
He's already working off that bran muffin crumb he ate.
The image of Mr. Jones in a leotard is confronting.
Remarkable.
Yes.
How to
Get
become
ready.
very
Get
real.
ready. Seared into your memory.
Mina's gonna see at Reggie's face and say, "I'm just as confused as you are."
Right, well, lovely dress you have on today, Miss Staunton.
She's gonna.
Because you're wearing
Thank you.
not your morning clothes because of this scheme that was supposed to go on this morning. Yes, you were.
There's color.
Yeah. Whew. Yeah.
Just
Will
gonna
they
turn my
jewelry
camera off.
too?
We'll give you guys the room.
No, but she, she's been a proper lady. She acknowledges the compliment. She gets a little bit blushy, a little bit. Thank you. Dinner, shall we?
Yes.
Well, things get too awkward.
And he will be a gentleman and offer you his arm, Ms. Staunton.
Takes it.
Kitty, you see your dad offering Mrs. Dalton his arm. There's something going on there.
I think
And
she
he complimented
acknowledges
her
it.
dress.
Those are his two moves, and he's used
Two classic 1880s moves.
I mean, there is no more. It's next is marriage. Yeah, I think she sort of gives a look, but also doesn't want to mention anything because she feels it'll just bounce back onto her with more things. Just like distractions is good. It's good. He can worry about his own love life and not worry about mine.
Because that's how that'll go. And you will wheel out Florence with you guys and go to the Chinese restaurant. It is classic, just kind of a normal restaurant, 1800s. Nothing fancy, but the food smells really good. There is some chow
Remind
mein.
us of San Francisco a little bit.
It does
with
remind
the
you of San
Eastern flair.
Francisco a little bit, yeah. And you're able to order all the classics, and it comes out really good. Florence is very excited to have Chinese food because for the past several years she's been eating, the orphanage cooking, or, people donate some food. That's what she's been getting. She has had muffins today and Chinese food. She's quivering with excitement, practically. She's just vibrating.
Good, because hopefully by the time it comes to bedtime, she's gone.
Yeah. Her energy reserves aren't like the most amazing in the world anyway, so
That's fair.
yeah. She is very excited to eat. You all are given forks and spoons, no chopsticks. But she loves the Chinese food, and if that's all you all want to do for the evening, you can go back. Where do you stick Florence for the night? Does she share a room with somebody? Do you get her
Fucking
own
cupboard.
room?
No, I
she
imagine
is-
because she's going to need some help, right? Because
Yes.
of her situation. So Mina will just have her stay with her, and then
Yeah.
in the morning we'll get
She
her,
can
like,
walk a
bigger
little bit
room or
with the braces, the really
Yeah.
horrific knee lock, full thigh braces and crutches. But she will need help getting them on her out of the chair into the bed. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she can bunk with me. It's no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Buggy would help as much as you need until the point when you're retiring, and then we'll leave as well. Like, he won't just leave you to do everything.
Oh,
Like
and
a good Victorian father.
Look, he's not a
Yeah.
deadbeat dad, Kitty. Look at
No.
him. Step it up.
Despite himself, he can't do that to you.
I love Susie
The
out
arc
here
continues.
with her ship going, "Look, Kitty." Not Mina, Susie.
Yeah.
But you, both of you, notice as you get her, and then her sketchbook flops open, and you see the drawing of the two of you, little bust sketches, along with her drawing exercises. You didn't see them earlier because you were just you see them very clearly. Just you two, full sketch page for each of you.
That's nice.
Yeah.
She's
She's a very sweet
out
girl.
as soon as she hits the pillow. Just
Yeah, they
Perfect.
seem incredibly sweet.
Yeah.
I hope we're doing the right thing.
Mina sighs. Me too.
Yeah.
And if we survive it all, then I hope that we'll continue to do the right thing.
I'm sure we will. Yeah. I was an orphan back in the day.
She's just gonna close her door so we don't wake the kid up, and go somewhere a little quiet, maybe.
Yeah.
You are?
I was, yeah. I mean, I guess I still am. I don't know if you stopped being one.
I would imagine not. No, unless.
No, I think you're always forever an orphan. But yeah, I was dropped off when I was a young kid, and I never knew my parents much, so I feel for her, I mean, obviously the compass thing is cool, but I do worry about her.
Yeah.
She's
I'm
really
sorry.
frustrating. It's okay. What about you? I mean, you were married. Did you ever think about kids?
thought about a lot, and Wilfred and I, we tried many times, but it just never happened for us.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's all right. It's something we came to terms with eventually. And a few years after, we ended up taking in our nephew for a few years. Young Henry.
How were they?
He was a very loud and rambunctious boy, but when he was in our house, it was a good time. He was very happy. Wilfred was very happy, and I was too. Well, now he's a grown man of his own, with children of his own, and he's forgotten all about his old Aunt Mina.
Wow. I'm sure he's never forgotten about you. Those kind of things, they stick with people, you know? Especially when you're young.
All I care about is he's happy, he's healthy, he has his own family.
Of course. You're a part of it.
She looks to the side a little bit, like clearly like, I don't feel like it. She clearly looks a little bit sad about it.
He sort of spots that and nods. But, you know, you can find more of them, right? You can find more family. I mean... I'm just saying, you're pretty great. I'm sure that there's people around that would love to be around you a lot more, Miss Staunton. You got talent, charm, and, you know, you're pretty damn smart.
You're flattering me too much, Mr. Boone.
I'm just telling it as it is. I'm just being honest. If I was flattering, I could use much more flowery words, but I'll not do that.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Just thank you for this, and let's do right by her.
And thank you, Mr. Boone.
Always sounds weird to hear. He says, I have a good evening, Miss Staunton, and
you too.
A good rest.
You too. She's
He'll
gonna
make his way up.
go up to her room. She's gonna cast her eye down the hall to, like, you know, her friends' rooms and then go to bed.
Yeah. You go to bed, and can you make me a spot hidden or listen check, Mina?
Can I indeed?
One each.
Hold on. I'm gonna do spot hidden. Success.
Okay. You go to sleep, but you wake up middle of the night because Florence is tossing and turning. She's muttering in her sleep. You catch a few words. Spot hidden was if you just wake up, or if you just kind of, spot hidden, listen to kind of see. You catch a few words. You catch a name a few times, Finnegan.
Okay.
And then you dig. You hear dig a lot. And deeper.
Okay.
And she's just tossing and turning. I say toss and turns. She's not like flailing about because her mobility's not great, but she's definitely her arms. She's moving a lot. She's grabbing the blankets. She's taking them off, putting them on, taking them off. Yeah. She doesn't wake up though. She just you are awoken to it in the middle of the night.
Okay. Mina, you know, she's dealt with a fussy kid in the night before, so she's just gonna try and soothe her as best she can. And she definitely, and she's like, Finnegan, dig. She's writing it down Finnegan, in her sketchbook.
Dig deeper. Couple instances of no, you know.
Yeah.
Just a few words and toss and turn. You soothe her down, and she does quiet back down and calms down. You're able to go back to sleep.
Okay.
But you are awoken to that. You wake up, everyone, bright and early next morning. Oh, what a beautiful day in Golden, Colorado. It is now Thursday, April 12th.
What's the face of the moon?
Oh, that's a good question. The next full moon is on the 22nd.
It must have only just been a new moon. Like, not that long
Who
ago.
knows? Mm-hmm. Kooky Call of Cthulhu
So we're
stuff.
back to the bulging moon.
Yeah, back to Gibbous.
That's the bulge.
Waxing moon.
Oh, it's waxing. Watch it wax.
It's not
Wait,
waiting.
is Edison waxing as he gets himself into
Even
the
waxing her
Yes, he's
lady.
waxing his head.
Yep.
Speaking of bulges,
Mm-hmm. Did you
I
have
would
anywhere to go with that,
transition.
Charlie? Or are you just going to say, speaking of bulges, and then
oh,
just...
I was just thinking about the whole leotard situation.
He's not wearing it now. He's obviously got it in his day bag.
Yes, obviously.
I kind of was hoping it was like a Superman situation where it's like underneath.
Maybe.
Is it time for my dance? Under the black
Hold
suit
this.
all the time. Just
Mhm,
you never
mhm.
know when you want to just have a dance break.
You don't know how long it took to sew all of the tearaway buttons onto this.
I guess we head down for breakfast. I've already forgotten if the plan is the plan to go and accost these
Go to
two
a
men.
birthday.
Well, because the magic thing is today, right? So
Yes. Tea
I'm
time.
assuming the accosting of the two gentlemen is tomorrow.
That's right.
In
That's
our-
what it says on our personal calendar.
Right.
Clown
Yes.
party, accost two muggers. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it.
Just
And
making
also-
it clear.
In keeping with our group, we don't have a plan.
No.
Yeah.
We have lots of
We had
possibilities
lots
of how
of
to fuck with
talk,
these
yeah.
guys.
Yes.
We talked about a lot of stuff.
Yes, we
We
did.
did. We improvise.
Yeah.
You know what?
We could always send Mina again, but
You know what? Ryan is gonna get up. He's gonna have a fairly nice breakfast. And
There's
he's
a
going to
lovely
the
little
gymnasium
breakfast spread.
to work out.
Okay.
Ooh.
Nice.
He got a little, it's been a while.
The gymnasium is available, and they're more than happy to, give you a day pass to let you work out there. Being a fellow professor of all, you go there, and the two, businessmen are not there. At least not in the morning.
When did we visit them? Was it like closer to lunch? when
Yeah,
we
it was a little
visited
closer to
them?
lunch. It was more midday-ish, mid-morning,
Okay.
mid to late morning, right before lunch.
Okay. I might stay there a prolonged time till around that time to see.
Plenty of people to chat with. Yeah.
Yeah.
Including Milton Moss, who offers, if you want to see the Fern again, to take you if you would like.
I'll politely decline because I
Okay.
gotta get my reps in and
Sure,
everything.
yeah.
I gotta get my
It's important to,
exercise routine.
yes, maintain, get the blood circulation going. Mhm.
That's right. Well, it's
haven't heard
all
about that.
preparation because we're gonna go out and you don't know how long you're gonna be in the wild. You've got a lot of walking. It's all about
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yep. What about the rest of you? How's everyone else's morning?
As we're getting ready in the morning, as I'm getting Florence ready, Mina's just gonna just casually as we're getting dressed and getting ready, or maybe while I'm doing Florence's hair. No,
Mhm.
that's why we're doing it. You mentioned in your dreams last night you seemed to
Yeah.
have been disturbed a little. You were tossing and turning, and
Was I? Sorry,
A little bit.
I didn't mean to wake
no,
you
no,
up.
no, no, no. It's not a problem. I was just worried that you were having a bad dream or something like that.
It's hard to remember.
Was it like before when you said you dreamt of being walking and digging?
I think so.
Right. You muttered something, and I may have misheard it, but it sounded like a name. It sounded like the name Finnegan. Does that mean anything
Oh,
to you?
that's my little brother.
Oh, I see. How old is he?
He's 2 years younger than me, so he would be 7.
7. Oh, well. I understand you were separated.
Mm-hmm. He got adopted
know-
by a nice family in Georgetown.
That's good. Georgetown.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite far away.
Yeah.
Well, maybe one day we can take a trip to go see him.
That'd be really great.
I think so too. Right. That's all that done, and she's gonna pin
Thank
up
you
her
for
hair.
doing my hair, Miss Staunton.
You're quite welcome. I never had a little girl of my own to do hair, so I've always wanted to do this. So thank you.
She gets a little pink. She doesn't quite know what to say.
Right, shall we go down for breakfast?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Then I'll take it down.
Yeah.
Jones is down there drinking warm water as a breakfast beverage.
Okay. Yeah.
And he's in his casual clothes, which is the
A
suit he
suit.
always wears.
Yeah.
Yeah, and right. He won't change into his party wear until later.
Makes sense. Makes
He's
sense.
sitting at a table by himself, reading the newspaper. Says, hello, Miss Staunton. Hello, Florence.
Do you mind if we join you?
No, please. He stands up, pulls the chair out, helps
Okay.
roll Florence up to the table, all that, and he says, "So, there's going to be a party today. Is this a birthday party?"
I don't believe so.
They
I
just
believe-
had a birthday party.
They did, yes. Yeah, young Miss Lulu Cause. I
Florence,
believe.
do you know this girl, Lulu Cores? Are you friends with her?
I don't think I've met, but everybody knows about her.
I see. So she's notorious.
Well, her family, the Coors family, is like one of the wealthiest families in town.
They make alcohol.
They make beer.
Yes,
They have
exactly.
a brewery.
Oh, yes, that's correct. It's strange, isn't it, that young Miss Lulu does not seem to be affected by these urges the other children do. Or at least she has not mentioned it. Perhaps we could ask her about that while we're there.
We could. I believe
Maybe,
she has a younger
Florence,
brother.
maybe you would be suited for such a thing.
I could ask.
Yes, you're very friendly and personable, and also quite polite.
Thank you, sir.
You are welcome. Now, can I order some breakfast for either of you? Perhaps you'd like something to eat or drink?
Are there muffins?
I would assume so. If not, Miss Staunton does have a large number of muffins at her disposal, I think.
That's true. We did buy quite a lot of muffins yesterday.
Yes.
And we should
Those
eat them
could be
before they go
travel
stale.
muffins. Oh, good point. She takes out her bag of muffins.
It's just a carpet bag full of muffins on the table.
Like Mary Poppins, but with muffins.
Yeah, you've got some muffins left. Breakfast this morning, there is porridge available, as well as pancakes, ham and eggs, and beans. There'd also be beans available.
I need to keep my energy up, so I will have some beans with no flavoring, please. No sauce or seasoning added. Just boiled soft beans.
The the lady of the establishment quirks her eyebrow, but doesn't say anything. She will boil some beans. She just goes and she rinses off some beans. Or some beans that are about to go in the pot, and we'll bring them out for you.
Oh, perfect. Wonderful. Good source of protein.
Ooh.
Yes, sir.
Eat them with a knife and fork. One at a time.
You cut each bean in half.
Yep. Mhm.
Mr. Jones, are you sure you don't have any English ancestry?
Oh, of course. I believe I do.
Oh.
Yes, Jones. Now, unfortunately, I don't know much of my father's side of the family, but I do believe my mother is Scottish. So from the northern part of the United Kingdom. Is it United Kingdom yet? When did it become the United Kingdom? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Right.
All right. Yes, I do. I don't know where my father is from. So I'm not
You
sure.
took his surname of Jones. Jones is typically a Welsh
did.
surname.
Yes, so it's possible he's Welsh or from somewhere else.
Sure.
Very good.
Just some of your habits strike me as very
You know,
British.
I've never thought to ask Mother about this. I should. Interesting.
She's just going to tuck into her breakfast.
Not a problem at all. Florence will eat a muffin, a pancake, and some eggs.
Dang. Good.
She's got quite the appetite this morning. Also the pancakes, they're flapjacks. They're so small because it's the 1800s. They're not making big plate-sized flapjacks usually. It's
Sure.
the little small ones.
And
It doesn't have a smiley face with whipped cream on it.
No.
And the world's most irresponsible grandma, whatever this kid wants, she can have. So she's having
Gonna
it.
spoil the hell out of this kid.
Yeah.
She gets a little extra, like berry compote on top of the pancake.
Yeah. And I'll give her like a little bit of mine as well
Mm-hmm.
from my pancakes.
I give her a bean. Yeah.
She'll eat it.
One bean.
I'm
There.
gonna
Enjoy.
I'm gonna sit
Thank you,
down at the
Mr.
table
Jones.
just as he's handing over one little tiny bean to her. I'm like,
Her plate's full of all this other delicious stuff, and he's like, sharing.
Thank you, Mr. Jones. She'll eat the bean. Then immediately eat another bite of pancake with berries on it.
Good kid. Good kid.
Good morning, Miss
That's just
Cartwright.
Yes, good morning, Miss Cartwright. He stands up.
good morning. Oh, sit down. It's fine.
All right.
How is everyone today?
Well.
Yes. And
How
yourself?
Oh yes, yeah, I'm good. Good. A little nervous about all the things that are happening, although excited about seeing the party. Yeah, but
I'm also nervous about the party. I don't do well at parties.
But you literally are going to dance in a leotard for people.
Yes, it helps if I think of it as a performance. It makes it
Oh,
less nerve-wracking.
I guess yes. If you're dancing, you don't have to small talk
Correct.
people.
Yes, precisely. I'm probably going to stay out of the way for most of the party before my number.
To surprise.
Oh, yes, I suppose. Also, so I don't have to talk to people.
Oh well, yeah. Oh right.
That makes
What?
sense.
Sort of music do you dance to?
That's a fascinating question. Some of my tastes are a bit eclectic. Of course, I enjoy Bizet and quite a few operas, Stravinsky, that sort of thing. Although when I dance, I prefer to use music that is native to the people from which the street dance originated. So lately, there has been an increase in sort of ragtime
I see.
music. And I find it to be a little bit noisy, but it has a good beat to it.
I see.
Interesting.
I truly cannot wait for this
Oh,
party,
good.
for your performance.
Yes, I'll be debuting in a number that I picked up in Chicago. So it's going to be, well, we'll see.
And do you play the music, Mr. Hope?
Oh, August? He's not here.
He's not here? I thought he was
No.
coming and sitting down as I said it. But
He's a
I
big
was just
sleepy boy.
assuming that you were here. I always assumed he was here.
I
Mustn't
thought
make
I would let him
assumptions.
sleep in. He's very big, so I assume he needs more sleep than other people.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
What's actually happening is August is busy sewing costumes for him and Bucky up in the room. He's not going to make it to breakfast
Putting
as per
sequins.
tradition, where
Yeah.
he misses all opportunities to eat.
Mhm.
He's being saved at least 2 muffins.
How he manages to grow is beyond everyone's comprehension.
Mhm. But no, August is not my accompanist. Usually I use a gramophone or a wax
Oh.
cylinder or something like that.
Oh.
Although, did I hear correct that your father is musically gifted? Did I hear him say that he plays an instrument?
He did say he played the piano, yes.
Yeah.
I can
Oh, I
play a
wonder if he
little
knows
piano.
any- Can
That's
you?
true.
How little does it have to be?
No, I don't know a lot of songs.
Oh, you play a small amount of. Okay, good.
We didn't have a lot
What
of
songs do you know?
sheet music. I know, and she'll name off like a couple classical, like simple classical
Sure.
pieces, and then a couple of more, modern There's a couple Civil War songs in there.
Oh,
Because that was only 20 years ago, so they're still relatively,
if Jones would request one of the newer pieces, that has
She was a couple
an
kids songs.
upbeat energy to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's something like "You Are My Sunshine" or something like that.
Pop Goes the Weasel. She knows that one.
Yeah, "Pop Goes the Weasel" is the one. That's the one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he picks that one.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I can play that one.
Yes, Pop Goes the Weasel. Good.
Good lord.
Wonderful. In that case, Florence, you shall be my accompanist.
Okay. I'd be happy
How
to.
much do you charge?
Nothing?
Does it seem reasonable? I will pay you. please inform your accountant. You may want to make a record.
I
of it
don't
for
have
tax
an
purposes.
accountant. I'm only
Mina will go,
9.
I'm her
Nino,
accountant.
she doesn't have an accountant?
I will take that role.
Would that be Mr. Boone?
Ah. Oh,
For the time being, I think we should. I can handle it. Don't worry,
Okay.
Florence.
very good. We shall work out the income tax forms together then.
She's 9 years old.
Yes, I know. It is high time she had an accountant. She's waited too long.
Jesus Christ.
We didn't really have many accountants at the orphanage.
How many do you have?
And no, I don't think we have any.
Oh, travesty.
I think Ryan will enter for his breakfast now, as that silence just goes over the whole
Yeah.
table.
The Jones Zone is what we like to call it.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Hawks. How are you?
Good morning, Mr. Horse.
Morning.
Yeah, I'm okay. Everything all right? Just seems a little.
Peaceful?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, let's put it
no.
that way.
Mr. Edison seemed to be wanting to get accountants for the orphanage. That was
Yes. The children there don't have any accountants on staff, and I'm wondering how they manage their finances.
Well, normally
Well-
children don't have finances, Mr. Jones.
Never?
No.
Not typically.
No.
What about
The
the ones who
wages
work in
that-
the mines?
Their wages are paid to their parents.
Yeah. Or the orphanage, if they were to.
Yes, the kids at the orphanage don't have parents.
No.
That is
No.
the qualifying factor.
That is. Oh, hello, Mr.
Bucky
Boone.
comes to-
Yeah, he comes down and just sort of sits down.
Yes, but we will remedy this still. We
Yes.
can't fix everyone's problems for them.
As long as it's not eating.
I assumed that he ate earlier. He is not here. I don't know what he's up to.
Good morning, Mr. Boone.
Good morning, and how did you rest?
Well, would you like a muffin? She
Love a
saved
muffin.
like the nicest looking muffins.
I would love a muffin, thank you. It's great breakfast. Could I have a second one so I could take it to Mr. Hope?
She'll slide over the best looking
Thank you.
muffins.
Thank you. I hope your accountancy goes well. Yeah.
She's
he
not
says that
an
he sort of
accountant.
stands and we'll go to get August. a
Just
coffee
giving
and take
financial
him a
advice
muffin.
to this orphan girl.
They'll be making money in no time.
Could
Yes,
we
today.
perhaps use her name instead of just referring to her as an orphan girl?
Oh, my
Gosh.
apologies. Is that offensive?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry, Florence. You'll have to forgive me. I was
It's
just
fine, I'm
offering
used to it.
Florence a job, and so we need to teach her how to manage finances. I suppose as her temporary adoptive parent, that falls to you.
Yeah. I'm gonna go and get Hope some food. But Florence, you're doing great
Yeah.
today. Thank you. That was very kind of you.
Thank you. I'm glad you like muffins.
Florence, at the risk of being further insensitive, do you have a surname you prefer?
Oh, my family's last name was Chambers.
I shall call you Miss Chambers.
Okay.
Yes, very good. Would you like another bean?
Sure. They're good protein.
Yes, excellent. And a high source of fiber.
At this rate, Edison is gonna adopt this kid.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Hey, I gotta
She's
be ready
too
for anything.
polite.
Everyone else might die. Like,
Hey, look, as long as somebody adopts them, it's fine.
right, we
Yeah,
gotta
one
hedge
of
our
us
bets.
does, goddammit.
Make sure someone adopts this kid. and her little
Survivor
brother.
adopts her.
That's the blood pact we're all making right now.
It is, yeah. Whoever survives,
If
adopts.
any of us
Has to
survive, that
adopt.
kid is getting adopted.
Yeah.
We start leaping in
Brian.
front of dinosaurs to take away the responsibility.
Look, I've budgeted for one kid. Okay, one kid.
Well, that's foolish
shit.
for one thing.
Yeah, well, that's going to be a sad bit of news you deliver to your newborn child when they become an orphan, so that you can take in the orphan.
It's a cycle, vicious cycle. The
We gotta
bookie.
keep the open economy going.
That's it, right? One out, one in.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
You're able to take up a muffin to August's door. Give a knock.
Yeah, he'll just knock. Doop, doop, doop.
That is not a Mr. Jones knock, August.
Come
Too
in.
bouncy. Yeah,
I
he'll
knock
walk
twice in regular metered succession.
You want to drive him really crazy? You do the, was it shave and a polish?
Oh, shave and a haircut?
Yeah.
Don't get me started.
Oh dear. Yeah, he'll walk in, two like a couple muffins in one hand, a cup of coffee in the other for you. It's like you didn't come down for breakfast, so I thought maybe you should eat. Only every time I've ever seen you in the morning, you've never eaten.
Good timing. I need you to try this on, and you can see he's got like a needle between his lips. There's like bits of clothing everywhere. I had it improvised, but it's got fringe.
You made these for us?
Well, I thought we were doing a show.
Yeah, we are. I just okay.
When I saw a show, the fellas they had fringe down here.
Yeah, I just it's. I mean, I haven't paid you.
You need to put that by my accountant.
Okay, yeah. Look, how about I try that on? You take a break, eat a muffin, drink some coffee.
Wait,
yourself.
I got boots for you too.
Okay, I'll try the boots on too.
And these are definitely August boots, and they are large.
Okay, I think they'll need to
and
be
you can
made
see
a
he's
bit
kind of
smaller.
attempted to embroider, but it's not gone terribly well because he doesn't have a leather needle, and
No.
it's very thick.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And so it's kind of just like knots of embroidery floss.
I mean, I think we can work with it, and he'll try on the shirt and the boots for you. This is looking
And
good.
August is,
I
like,
think it looks.
Eating and trying not to get confused between needles and bites of muffin.
Yeah, and don't
Very
do that.
good muffin. Lemon
It's real
blueberry.
good, thank you. I try to get to breakfast the most important meal of the day. Only there's a lot of
what they
other
say.
important stuff to take care of for Mr. Jones before I get to it. And we've been running late for so many of the trains, and well, there just hasn't been the time.
I get that, but I just thought maybe you should have something nice to eat. Given that we got a show on tonight, you can't miss the most important meal of the day.
Well,
Especially if you're doing all this. I mean, this is a lot, August. And this looks great, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Not gonna lie, I don't think I can quite fill your boots though.
Extra pair of socks is how my sister used to do it.
It'd be like 5.
Oh no, she balled them up and never mind. Speaking of Florence.
Yes, Florence.
She's
the one who gave you that muffin, by the way. I just brought it.
well, I'll be sure to thank her.
I'm
just-
polite.
Curious. In the nicest possible way. Why?
I'm realizing I don't need to do this thing with you, do I?
If you mean
Yeah.
lie, no, you don't gotta lie.
Yeah. So Florence wise, it's well, you see, the thing is we talked to them and we found out that they were they're basically a compass. They'll lead us to the kids, might lead us to lakes. We might find them quicker that way. So I thought and talked with, of course, Miss Staunton, and basically said, what if we temporarily adopt them, take them out, show them a good time, let them show us where we need to go.
Follow the child to the Pied Piper.
Somewhat, yeah. It's not a nice idea, and it's not exactly the most pleasant thing to do, but we need to find them. We need to find the kids too. So why not? Besides, we can give her a good week, and then afterwards we can try and find a way to do right by her, whatever that means. I'm starting to get feelings like I have to do that, but that's new.
You are gonna have to do something.
mean, there's enough rich people with us, and people that are good at being moralistic. One of them will have to do it. We just have to make sure that they get to know her a bit more, and then when we have to hand it back to the
Bucky,
orphanage, they feel sad, and then they'll adopt her. That's how it works.
think about it though. I mean, when you were a kid, would you want any of us to be your parents?
Yeah, any of you. I was an orphan, yes.
No.
Are you kidding me? You're all good parents in your own way, I think, at least to an orphan. I mean, not me.
Oh,
Not
I wish
me.
my mama was here. She'd know what to do about it all.
Yeah, I'm sure she would. I mean, she sounded like she was a stand-up lady. How are you getting on, by the way? I mean, this is real nice. It's good of you, and I appreciate it. It's rare that anybody does something like this for me, but are you doing okay?
Well, I'm doing just fine. I'm a little confused what we're doing, but I mean, that's fairly normal.
Fusion is pretty much what we do on the daily around here, it seems.
I mean, so far nothing's gone horribly wrong since we arrived here, so that's a good start. I mean, things were going
Yeah.
wrong before we got here
Pretty
But-
much consistently, yeah, for a while
No.
there.
to us.
You know, something's gonna go wrong at some point. We don't know when, we don't know how. Probably when we deal with these businessmen on a business trip. Are
What
you
are
sure
the
you're okay with...
children got to do with lakes? That's the part I'm still confused about.
You know, you mentioned that Pied Piper thing? Like somebody's leading them somewhere to dig. So maybe whatever it is that's near Idaho Springs is luring them in, making them want to dig. Maybe Lakes is behind it, who knows? I doubt it. But, you know,
You ever think we took the wrong job?
yeah, every day. Yeah,
Why
this is
haven't
meant
you
to be a
left
trip.
yet?
I don't really know. I think I'm just kind of too deep in. I kind of like these people. I feel like I should probably sell you all out, get some money, and leave, but I'm not there yet. And I don't really want to see people. I don't want to see these people sad about that. I think
Look
I'm
your
maybe
pants, Eddie, Look a
dying.
mess.
Yeah. It's just
Hey,
how does it
Bucky,
look?
when the week's over, I'll adopt you.
I'm looking forward to be Bucky Hope.
You know, that's got a ring to it.
It does, doesn't it? You know, I know a guy can get some fake papers. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Well, Mr. Jones is mighty good at real papers, so...
So as long as we can get him by him.
Exactly.
Just seriously though, make sure you get some food in you.
Oh,
Worrying about you.
I'll be fine. But thank you.
You can't stay that big without eating good, and I need you big and strong.
Did you hear Miss Cartwright said I was good looking?
Yeah, she did say that.
I think the heat's getting to her. We should keep her in the shade more.
Well, you know, I mean, I just gotta say, when we were going through the gymnasium the other day, they were very appreciative of people with good builds. And August, I mean, you got a good build. You're a handsome man. You got a good body on you, you know?
Says the two handsomest people in the party with their appearance scores being really, really high.
Being this big didn't do me no favors when that water tower came down. Couldn't do nothing to save Mina.
No, Miss Cartwright ain't a water tower. Just saying.
You know, Mr. Jones doesn't like metaphors, and I think it's best I stay away from them too.
Understandable. Well, just make sure you finish your coffee and you finish your muffin, okay? I'll be downstairs, but if you
When
need me,
he
let me know.
dances, we gotta be real polite.
Yeah, but what does that mean to him? Exactly.
You
Can we
nod and you
applaud?
clap exactly for 10 seconds. Then you pause. Then you clap a little bit more for 5 seconds. You like
Right.
it sounded. He'll
Okay.
bow. And then you turn and look for the next act.
I'll keep it in mind.
And then you provide him with an exactly room temperature glass of water because it takes a lot out of him to dance.
This is a lot of instructions to watch a man dance.
You should also have a comb and a handkerchief ready, just in case he has slightly begun to perspire and his hair is even slightly askew.
Okay.
Wait, no, this is a me problem. I'm sorry. That's what I gotta
No,
do. You
it's
just do
it's
the
okay.
clap,
You've
10
you've made it a
seconds,
me
nod,
problem by
clap.
projecting, and I mean I'm gonna go.
The kids aren't gonna understand.
Nope.
Luckily, there's beer for the adults, but I don't think the children are gonna understand.
But you see, this is the thing. They go first. They confuse the children. Then we do our act. It makes us look better.
It is gonna be good, our act. Now, what exactly are we doing?
Yeah, so I was thinking, a standard sort of magician set. We can do various different tricks, some misdirections. We can do some little card tricks and things like that, If we can do anything more flashy, that'd be good. You're quite physical. What can you do?
Well, when I saw the rodeo clowns, they had this Bronco. Nobody could stay on it for more than 3 seconds. And all their tassels were flying. It was very dramatic.
So maybe we find sort of a Bronco sort of situation with tassels.
Maybe Lulu's got a cow we can borrow.
Maybe Lulu has a cow.
I mean, they
Let's
gave her
find
the
out.
little one. It would make sense to go like that, but also have a big one.
We could ask around, find a big one so that you can impress them with your rodeo.
I could do lasso.
Well, why didn't you say so? That sounds amazing. Lasso
Maybe
tricks
we can
always
get
impressive.
Professor Hawks to start running, and I'll lasso him before it gets too far. Drag him in, hog tie him.
or hawk tie, if you will.
There you go. That's the name of the act.
That's
Great
the name
hawk
of the
tie.
act.
We can say he's a famous train robber, villain.
I think that would be brilliant. I think convincing him is going to be hard. But I'll leave that with you,
You're real
Mr. Hope.
persuasive.
Nah, I feel this is more of a you thing. He won't
I
listen to
gotta
me on that
prepare
one.
the lasso, and I still need to finish your boots, and maybe get you a hat. I gotta get me a hat. Florence is gonna need something if we're gonna have her. as the
Tell you what,
assistant.
I'll deal with the hats. You deal with the convincing Ryan to be a train robber, and what you're doing here, it's brilliant. By the way, you're doing real good.
What about trick shots? We're pretty good with guns, except for against them dinosaur things.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not very good with a gun. I would probably shoot a child. Not
I think that would
intentionally.
not be
To be
ideal
clear,
for
not
the party.
intentionally.
Yeah, I think perhaps. Yeah,
That isn't my trick.
Wait, are we gonna be inside for this thing? 'Cause I think the Bronco and the guns inside isn't a good idea.
I'm pretty
I
sure
got a
they have a
feeling that Mrs.
schmancy
Claus
house.
would
We
not
probably have a
like it.
garden.
Yeah, I think a garden would be better, more room. Plus, I don't want to stir the lasso and catch the chandelier and down come the whole thing.
Makes it memorable, I guess.
I think everybody's had enough fires.
I think so. Look, you just relax a little bit, Just get this done, have your muffin, have your coffee, relax a little while. I'll get the hats. We'll see each other later and we'll figure out the act. Maybe we can do a practice run in the afternoon before we go.
I think that would be a good idea.
Let's do that. All right. You keep well, okay?
He slaps down the coffee in a hurry, has a bit of muffin. He's like, all right, Professor Hawks, how do I talk him into being trained? He's got to have a mustache. How am I going to do that? And he's off in his own little world. He's writing a list to make Edison proud that there's a list.
Excellent. And then downstairs, breakfast is winding down. You've finished wrapping up breakfast, and Florence has cleaned her plate, barely, but she does it. Her eyes may have been a little bigger than her stomach, but she manages to get it in. And she waits very patiently for everybody else to, finish their breakfasts, and it's just so excited to see what we have to do, what y'all are gonna do today.
What are we gonna do today?
What are we doing
What
today?
are we
Is there
missed?
anything we want to accomplish before we put on a show for a child's
Yeah.
party?
Well,
Is it a child's party or is it just a show?
it's
no
not.
children
It's just-
left.
You're entertaining at a brewery. I thought.
Yeah,
That's what
I
it
think it's a
was.
bunch
Oh,
of
really?
adults
Okay, good.
who are
Then we're good.
missing
Then
their
we're good.
children, probably.
It's
I
a
do not
rich
appreciate my
family whose daughter is bored and they want some entertainment for her.
Oh, and there
Yes.
is a daughter. Okay.
Lulu, who's turned 3.
Oh,
I'm shocked that
the
Bucky
birthday
isn't
girl.
contemplating auctioning off Florence at
There
this
will
event, to
probably
honest.
be people there as well, just because it's a
Yes.
social.
We are a smartphone. We are given to this child to keep them busy.
Yes.
Yeah. Entertain my child.
We are
There are no
Victorian
children
Subway
for them to
surfers.
play
Or
with.
screen time.
Yeah, we're Subway Surfers in that.
You know,
Um,
if you were some parents and all the other children in town had gone missing, and maybe all the children wanted to be outside all the time digging, maybe you would try to divert your child in some manner of speaking your way. Yeah.
I've just suddenly thought of something.
Go on.
That I can't. Well, I've just remembered that we're carrying around this giant crystal.
You sure are.
Yep.
Yep.
I haven't forgotten.
No, but I kind of did for a moment, and I'm like, because I'm trying to think, what do we need to do before we start heading west into the thing?
Entertain a kid.
Yeah, but like, would
Sure.
there be? I mean, basically, I think Kitty will sort of when we have a moment when it's calm, so there's no one listening in. I'll be like, you know, sort of just thinking while we're here with the school, is it worth us trying to study this crystal that we're carrying around? I mean, there might be equipment there that we can use, and I'm not really sure what I'd be looking for exactly, but while we're here, before we head west, we've got a whole day yet. Is there anything else that we could do that could plan for any eventuality, I guess?
Well, I mean, we got a college of mining, so I would imagine we got quite a few geologists there, mineralogists.
Well,
That
yes,
thought did
exactly.
cross my mind.
I-
But if there's one thing that academics love to do when they discover something new, is make a fuss about it.
Yes, I was actually thinking that I don't know if it's a good idea if we show this to other people, but maybe there's a microscope or something we can take a small sample of it and have a look.
I
Or-
mean,
I don't really know. We've not really looked at it since we threw it in the bag.
I have a dabble in geology. I mean, I could have a look under it, under the microscope to see what I can figure out, but
Your dad's a
Nothing.
geologist, Kitty, and
I
you
mean-
also have some geology knowledge.
Yeah. I mean, I'm very happy to have a look at it.
we can go to the university and use the facilities to have a look. I'm sure there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Doesn't seem like a crazy idea. I guess just being careful about who sees what we're up to, but also I suppose looking through the books there in case I don't know. I feel like, as you just said, that if someone had discovered something similar, it would have been at least in various papers and things, but you never know. Maybe there's some strange crystals that people have talked about that didn't really get much interest. So we don't really know what carrying it around is doing, really.
Hopefully nothing.
Well, we haven't noticed anything, but we are all very close to it at all times.
I mean, I like the idea of us taking a closer look while we have time. We've got a
I mean,
day and
got
we've
all day.
facilities. I'm gonna go to the gymnasium this morning and do a little bit of some exercise. But I've got no objection of meeting you around lunchtime at the college to join you in, I don't know, having a look at this stone crystal.
Yes.
Ready?
How about maybe we can walk around a little with Florence and visit some places, and I don't know. I'm sure, Florence, have you gotten out much?
No.
Do you?
No?
Well, how about you and us all discover this town a little bit more, because we've not seen it, and it sounds
Madam
like you haven't seen
Orphanage
it very much.
Director is always really busy with all the other kids, especially the young kids. So I don't get out of the orphanage much ever at all.
Right. Well, there you go. That we'll do that this morning. We'll wander around. Is that okay with you, Miss Staunton?
Oh, of course.
Because I wouldn't mind a wander around, and
Thank you,
and
Miss
then we'll
Cartwright.
make our way up to the university and have a look.
I'm going to. Jones can't say no to a university.
Yeah, I mean, she's pretty much like gesturing to everyone, like, who wants to come. I
have
mean, like,
no,
she's
like,
interested
I have
in
no
rocks,
reason to
but-
go. Like, there's
Yeah.
no like purpose. Like, I want to investigate this. Jones just wants to go.
Yeah.
And that's when Bucky comes back downstairs, probably, as they're making plans to go out around for a stroll.
Okay.
Oh, people heading off?
Well, we were
Yeah.
thinking about taking Florence. Yes, Mr. Hawks is heading to the university to the gymnasium, and we thought we'd tour around and then head there about lunchtime. We want to look at the sample that Miss Staunton has. We've not really studied it.
Right, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, best luck with that. That makes sense.
You're welcome
Sure
to
Florence
join
will
us.
have
I know it's not really your thing, but
I think I'd be, I wouldn't be very useful in that situation. I'm not gonna lie. I would probably be more distracting, which is probably not what you want.
well, here's a thought. We're gonna take Florence, and you're welcome to join us with Florence until lunchtime. But probably Florence wouldn't be interested in staring at rocks at a university anyway. So how about you then take Miss Florence and we go to the university, or at least myself and whoever wants to join me at the university to look at the rock samples.
That sounds like a plan. Let's do that. I'll look after Florence after you need to go and look at rocks. That sounds like a good idea.
All right.
I need to go and do a bit of shopping, though. I need to get a couple of hats for me and Mr. Hope.
Well, perfect. We're off wandering the whole town, so we can do that on the way.
That makes sense. And Mr. Hawks, Ryan, August did want to speak to you as well at some point soon, if you could.
Was
He
it
said it was
urgent?
quite important. Yeah, he said it
Oh,
was.
I'll go up and talk to. Is he in his room?
Yes, he is. Yes, he's working on a lot of
All
important
right,
things
I'll
right
go
now,
up
but
and see him before I head to the gymnasium.
Okay, no problem.
If you'll please excuse me. And
Yes,
he'll
of
get
course,
up
of
and head
course.
Towards August's room.
And you get up to August's room. Hear sounds of busyness on the other side of the door. Hustle and bustle.
Hey, August, you in there?
Oh, Professor Hawk, I'm right in here. Come on in.
Oh, and he'll open the door and walk in. Bucky said you wanted to talk to me about something. Is there anything I
shoot.
can help with?
He like stabs himself with a needle because
Ooh,
he's really good at this, obviously. Actually, perfect timing.
mhm.
I need you to help us in the act. Very important role.
I'm not good with magic.
All you
tricks.
gotta
I'm-
do
I'm
is
not-
stand up. And
Stand up?
maybe run a little ways. I know you can run. I seen you run.
Ooh, yeah, I can run and stand up. You just need me to
And,
stand up and run.
Right, and your facial hair maybe just, twist it a little bit.
I mean, it's kind of just stubble at the moment. I can't quite.
But just,
If you give me a
motions.
few weeks, I could do it, but sorry, I tend to clean shave. I just haven't shaved.
Well,
for-
yeah,
for a bit.
right. But if I were to give you maybe some temporary facial hair, could you just twist it like a whiskers?
I mean, I suppose I'm still confused about what my role in this is.
And your line, I wrote it down. Your line is
I
gonna
got
be,
lines.
"Ha ha! For I am the most dastardly train robber in all the land. No one shall ever catch me. I fly like the hawk," and then you run.
This seems to be a lot more than just standing.
Ha ha! For I am the most dastardly train robber in all the land. No one can catch me. I fly like the hawk.
Right. Okay.
And then you run.
And then I run.
Ha ha!
Yeah. I get it. August. I get
Dastardly
it.
train robber.
Yeah. What's gonna happen when I run?
Oh, that's my part. You don't gotta worry about a thing after that.
Right. Okay. All right.
Try
And,
not
you
to
know-
knock anybody down when you run.
No. I'm pretty good. I can probably just weave in but how far do you want me to run?
Oh, I'll stop you before you get too far.
See, August, there's a little few gaps in between this whole thing that's coming
Well,
together.
you see, to follow Mr. Jones' policy of honesty, there's a few things I don't want you to know because I know you ain't gonna like them. You ain't gonna agree to this. So I'm just sticking with the parts that I think I can get you to agree to because I ain't Mr. Boone, and he's gonna go buy the hats rather than talk to you about it.
Right. Okay. I wouldn't be doing my. What particular parts am I not gonna enjoy?
The part where the rope comes out of nowhere, swoops you off your feet, and then I run on over and tie you up and present you to the crowd.
Yep. That's
And I say,
you're right,
"Ha ha!
that's-
How's that for a flight, Mr. Hawk? You dastardly train robber!"
Yeah. Yeah, I can see why I wouldn't like that whole part.
And then I'll be like, "Miss Florence, I present to you the most dastardly train robber in all the land. What shall be his punishment?"
And then Florence will say what?
I haven't written her line yet. What would you like her to say?
I mean, as a kid, we should teach him justice, but doing something good, right? That's what kids need to learn. So I don't know, something like, I don't know.
"I do declare, Mr. Dastardly Hawk, that you are hereby sentenced to face execution."
No, wait.
I think it should be execution. I think
Look,
that's the only way. You're a dastardly train robber. It's the right thing to do.
I don't think we should be teaching Florence to kill someone. I mean, maybe.
You're right. She's an alpha. Maybe that's a little bit dark. "You
Yeah.
dastardly train robber! I, Judge Florence, do declare that you are hereby sentenced to..."
I don't know. What? I don't know. Throw tomatoes. What the hell am I saying? Not that.
"Dousing with a bucket of water."
I mean, it's better than
"Dancing
that.
with Mr. Jones."
Okay, August. All right, I'll agree to do this with a few stipulations. Okay.
Yes, Mr. Jones. Mr.
One,
Hawk. Professor
you
Hawk.
don't hog tie me. All right, you can't hog tie me. I don't mind having the lasso around me, and I can even help coming back to you.
All right, what about? All right, so I pull you by your feet, and then what if I
No.
just tie your hands
Just
behind your
not by the
back?
feet, not by the feet. Just around the torso, and I will struggle. It's make believe, August. You're not actually.
Well,
gonna
so
do
far
it.
you've not been very convincing. I gave you the lines. You haven't even tried to say them
Look,
once.
I'll say the lines. I gotta practice them a little bit. I'll be fine on the day. Look.
Today is today. We've not
Oh,
been given
God.
very long.
Yeah, you're right. It is, isn't it? I mean, I'll take the lines and I'll learn them. Okay, I'll learn.
Ha ha! I am a dastardly train robber.
Right. Aha! I am a dastardly train robber.
No one can catch me.
Oh, no one can catch me.
Watch me fly like a hawk.
Watch me fly like a hawk.
Bruh.
How's that? Oh, and then I will run away. Run, and then you will lasso me around the torso, August. Around
Hopefully,
here, okay?
All right.
Not feet. And then I will playfully go, "Oh no, you've got me," and I'll come back as you're starting to pull me. And then I suppose you present me to Florence, who will show mercy. I'll say, "I have renounced my evil ways thanks to August, and I promise to do good."
Oh, wait. We should compliment Miss Zulu. The party's for her. Maybe,
Maybe I should be presented to her instead of Florence.
And you can be judged and sentenced to being her servant for the rest of the night.
Okay, I can do that. I'll be Florence's servant for the rest of the night. Okay.
Her
I think I can
humble
do that.
steed for the rest of the night.
No, servant.
Unicorn.
No, I'm
unicorn.
not having. No. What?
It's fine. We'll worry about the details at the time. I'm sure she'll have ideas. She's 3.
Right, okay. Do I need the fake mustache?
Yes. I mean, how are they gonna know you're a scoundrel you not got a mustache?
Don't I look dastardly?
Well,
Guess not.
Maybe
mean-
dastardly.
downtrodden, maybe.
Yeah, no, you're right.
It's been
all
a
right,
rough
fine.
week, I understand.
Yep, okay, fine. We'll have the mustache and everything, yeah. Sure, August, why not? If
Oh,
it'll
and,
make...
and I've got a sack for you. It's not a box, because it's a sack, because that way they know you're a robber.
Oh, to... Yeah,
That's right.
yeah, okay. I was worried I was wearing the sack or something.
No, I cut that part. They need to see a mustache.
Okay. Well, yeah, okay,
Wait,
sure.
unless I catch you and then suddenly it's Mr. Boone. How do we make that happen?
Magic?
If only he hadn't gone out to buy hats. He left me to do all this work. I needed him and he left me.
Hey, August, why don't you... why don't you just take 5, okay? Why don't you just relax? Have you eaten?
He said the same thing to me.
Yeah, probably because you should eat.
I had a muffin
Okay. All right.
and a cup of
Well,
coffee.
That's fine.
Maybe
if
I
you
should have
a-
another cup of coffee. I think that would really help.
Yeah, okay. Don't worry too much about this. I mean, what about this? I know that, 1 second. Right. I know that the other's gonna take Florence around the town to check the place out. Why don't you just leave this here and have a nice morning with them checking out the town? How does that sound? You can put this idea through a few of the others as well.
The last time we started checking out of town, we were eaten by dinosaurs. The time after that, we discovered all the children were going missing. I think the less we have to do with town, the better. Actually, the time before, there was the Salt Lake City thing, which y'all saw. I didn't see, but it seemed horrifying to y'all.
Look, August, you're preaching to the choir here. I don't know why we're doing any of this. If it were up to me, we'd be studying that crystal, and then come Friday, we'll be heading straight to...
Wait, the crystal?
Yeah, the thing that Miss Staunton has.
What thing that Miss Staunton has?
Did no one tell you about the crystal that Miss Staunton has?
The last I knew, y'all went to investigate it and it was destroyed.
No. Did they not
Did I just
tell
make
you?
up the part where it was destroyed?
I don't know. I don't know why they wouldn't tell you that we still got it, but...
There's been a lot of information the last few
Yeah,
days.
maybe
Some
there
of
was
it
a
really
little.
doesn't make any sense, no matter how straight-faced and continuously it is repeated to me.
No, that's... You know what? It's been a very stressful couple of... Yeah, it's a lot of confusing information. All right.
I died
3
times.
Yes, August. Yes. Well, we all died a few times, right?
I don't
We're gonna-
know. I died first every single time.
Look, yeah, look, how about this, all right? Why don't you just put all of this stuff down, okay? And go out with Florence and Kitty and Miss Staunton. And I think Mr. Jones is going as well, believe it or not. Why don't you
I
have
should
a nice...
protect the ladies. There's people after us. We keep forgetting that fact, and there's people after us, and you're right, I should. And he goes and he gets his gun out and he loads it.
make sure to keep that hidden, August.
Straight in the waist belt. Pulls jacket over the top.
Yep, that's about right. Yeah, you keep an eye on the ladies. Make sure they're okay, all right?
With my life.
Hopefully it won't come to that. But, yeah, if you,
We've been there before. It's all right.
yeah, let's not go there again, okay?
There's plenty of water in town. We'll be fine.
Come on, August. I think you need this walk more than I do. Hopefully.
And as you get Usher August out of the room, that is where we're going to end today's session. Oh, so good, so good. We're gonna go around. We're gonna say who we are, where we can find you, and your highlights, your favorite moments from today's game. We will start with the person who I thought was gonna be absent this whole time, the poorly Ryan Hawks. Yeah. Emphasis on poorly.
Play it up, Tom.
Sorry. Hi.
You just had a whole conversation. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, my chest is so tight at this very moment. That
Yeah, it
there's
is.
a lot of talking.
I'm so
Hi.
sorry. I don't know why I said it like that.
Okay, I'll make this short. I had fun.
Great.
Move on.
Thank you, Tom. Glad you had fun. Someone who I know had fun, because it was mentioned at least 1 or 2 times. The children yearning for the mines is Mina Staunton. How was today for you?
Oh, it was so good. I love this game. I love these characters. Oh God. I think my favorite bit. Hard to say. There's a lot of favorite bits. August's whole little like breakdown at the end there, impeccable. His little panic about the show and the script and everything. 10 out of 10. But I do have to give props to Steve for Bucky's little chat with Mina. And like it was so sweet, and I wish she wasn't so fucking emotionally repressed that she could like talk properly back to Bucky and, you know, be a person, but you know, English gonna English.
Yeah.
But man, seeing little bits of Bucky come out, where he's the man behind the illusion of him. It's very good, very sweet. So yeah, that was my favorite bit.
Thank you. And where can we find you, Susie?
Oh, I'm all over the internet at Susanna Grace, and on Thursdays, so tomorrow, I stream on my channel at Hello It's Me Bobby, where I'm playing that French RPG, and I'm very bad at it, so...
Great. Wonderful. Someone who's... I don't know how they are at French. Bad, good, I don't know. Frost from Fire, August Hope, how are you?
I'm good. That was really fun.
We missed
I had
you.
something to say, and I've now promptly forgotten what it was. I miss everybody too. So happy we're back on Wednesdays. Yeah, no, this was super fun. I love everyone's roleplay so much, and I'm so excited to see like where we're gonna go from here. I'm terrified to know what horror is coming, because every time we've been allowed a few chatty sessions, like in the next one I've died horribly. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, no, I appreciate everyone. I gotta give props to Tom turning up and still delivering on the roleplay. Big props to that, even though he's not here to hear it, but that's okay.
Big shout out to Tom's microphone.
Woo!
I'm super excited to be back with my icy buddy Edison Jones. Like anytime Doc was like, you know, I'm not feeling up to playing today or whatever, I was like, well, I can't play now. That's it. Best friend's not here, can't play now. But yeah, no, it's super fun, and I'm just so excited to see where we're gonna go. And Lindy, as ever, thank you so much for all the detail and work you put into it. I love all the resources that we get behind the scenes in chat that nobody else gets to see. It's everything. So yeah, looking forward to next week.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much. Someone else who's looking forward to next week, Edison Jones.
You don't know that, but yes, I am.
He's got to dance. Why would he not be excited?
You don't speak for me. I too missed this game so much, and was reminded just this game is so much fun, and like this cast is so incredible. God damn it, Charlie! Charlie makes me laugh so much, and it was bad enough, the whole like slow descent into Little Rascals, let's put on a show for this party, which came out of just like nowhere. Like Bucky was hired, and then all of us are like, I'll do an act 2, and like we just all, because we're all weirdos, and like gives, you know, a chance for all sorts of nonsense to happen that I'm nervous about how happy we are. And so like that was bad enough, and then to go from that to haha, and August writing the villain role made me laugh so hard I was losing it hardcore. And so that was a huge highlight for me. I also loved bonding. I love Edison bonding with Florence. It's like, oh, this child is respectful and pleasant to be around. I don't know what that means. That was fun. And also, we're all hedging our bets to adopt this kid, which is pretty fun. I'm Doc Rimbo. I am here on Tuesdays. I'll be here next week. And Charlie, I'll be here next week. So just, and then on Tuesday nights I'm on High Shelf Collective, where we're in like kind of the end arc for our Heart the City Beneath actual play. Last night the group escaped a cult that was set up to follow one of the party members for something they haven't done yet, and then they ended up inside of another party member, a la Inner Space or something like that, and that was fun too. And then just everything went weird from there. So that's a fun show, and I can't wait to get back to that one too. I am #blessed, as the kids today say all the time.
As the kids say, Kate Madison, Kitty Cartwright knows what the kids say.
Yeah, Kate, what do the kids say?
So hip on the kids
lingo,
bro. Yeah. No, anyway, yeah. Oh man, I had a great time as always. I love role playing, but I also just love watching everybody else and just giggling, like mute my mic and just laugh my head off, or die inside from all the heartfelt stuff that's going on. I also am afraid, like Charlie is, though, that we've had quite a few sessions now of lots of really getting to know everyone, and we're all bonding so nicely, and we all care about each other. So now I'm just terrified that we're all like, well, not that we're all going to die because we've done some of that, but that actually dangerous death or stuff is going to happen.
Yeah, no more free death.
Yeah, now that, like, you got to let them bond so that it's like even more painful. So I'm a little worried about that, but it's so hard to pick highlights. So I'm just going to say that I think seeing Edison small talking with a child, seemingly surprisingly chill with the child, and also deciding to put on a leotard and dance for strangers. I think Kitty is like, who is this man and where has Edison Jones gone? So absolutely desperate to see what the heck he's going to do at this party. So that's a thing. And Kate is also very interested to see. And Doc, I expect you to act it out fully.
Already stretching.
So anyway, I'm Kate Madison. You can find me on the internet. I've been doing a bit more Instagramming, so I changed the name of it, so it's not Actors at Work anymore. It's Kate Madison is my main one, and I have Kate Madison Creates and Kate Madison RP and various things. So you can find me there and here on Twitch. I won't be streaming tomorrow though, because I have a friend's wedding coming up this weekend, and I'm helping to kind of first AD style help with the wedding, so there's planning for that to happen tomorrow. So no stream, but Bonnie and friends will probably be streaming tomorrow, so do go join them, and I'll be back next week, but then I'll be here first. So that's me. I'm around. Hi.
Wonderful.
Bye.
Someone who's probably tired of having me around at this point. Hollowtail, Bucky Boone, how are you?
Oh, when will it end?
I know.
But other than that, I mean,
me so much.
No, you're always an absolute pleasure to have around, Lynn, even when you're in gremlin mode. And I am lucky to be in this game. Thank you, as everybody's wonderful within this. So many moments this session that were just brilliant to witness. Most of them, in fact. I think everybody had so many highlights. I think for a few of them, I did absolutely love having that heart-to-heart moment with Mina, where we couldn't quite connect heart-to-heart, but we were kind of both being repressed and lying at the same time, and it was
a start.
It was very fun.
It's a start.
It was a start, but I really enjoyed that. And August's entire section that we had talking at the first was brilliant, but then the time when they started writing the lines for the show just had me crying almost. Every time that Charlie kept repeating that line, I was just getting closer and closer to a breakdown of laughing. It was brilliant. And I think obviously Edison with his relationship with Florence was an absolutely wonderful surprise. I love that, and I can't wait to see how far that goes in the future, and if he will actually enjoy the company of somebody for once. And
Having the
as
time of his
for-
life. He loves all of you like family. Isn't that clear?
Like family. Yeah. But I think one of my favorite moments just that came off the cuff throughout all of this is definitely with Kitty when her dad walked in after they were just having a moment and they just went, "We have a child."
Yes!
And then seeing Kitty get to that point was brilliant. So, as for me, I'm Holotale. You can find me as the voice of the Institute on Template Institute on YouTube, and otherwise here. So, yeah, thank you, Lynn.
Can I nominate line of the week being "It's been a week"? Because we realized a few days ago we were in dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Like
Yes, absolutely. This is your third day in Golden. Yeah. Like,
It's been a week.
It's been a week. Like, literally, since start to finish, like, you started the campaign 1 week ago of in-game time. It's been a week. So yes, that just leaves me. Thank you all so much for playing, especially Tom, because I know he is feeling poorly. He's under the weather. But I loved you just popping into the Twitch chat being like, "Let me in." And I was like, "Dude, I'm not stopping you, just hop in, man. It's all good." Oh, so I loved Tom's enthusiasm to just get in the game. We assumed you were all just knackered and sleeping off cough medicine or something. You kind of were, yeah. You woke up because you sensed Cthulhu-ness. I loved that. And I loved Mina. Yeah, Mina and Bucky's moment in the hallway. Like, it was like tucking little Florence in, seeing the sketches and being like, oh, both of their heartstrings just being tugged. And like, I think for both of them being as repressed as they are, I feel like that was a really good start to just being like, hey, here's the thing about me. And it's like, oh, that's kind of terrible. I can see how you could relate. That's enough emotions for one day. But, you know, there's for days in the future, more might come out. I feel like it was a really good start. I loved poor August trying to, like, essentially party plan for a child's entertainment. Like, it's not a full, it wasn't supposed to be a full party, but now it's going to be, and they're gonna be like, yes, excellent, wunderbar, this is great. And maybe you get some free beers and unfettered access to the library they have there, because being so over the top, and I love it. I had other plans originally, but now I'm like, maybe I want to change those. This will be exciting. This will be interesting. I loved Edison. Everyone being like, oh, we have a kid now. Edison's gonna hate it. To Edison immediately being like, I like this child. You read books children can read? What are your favorites?
I believe the verdict was this child is acceptable.
This child is acceptable. It's basically saying I like this child.
Right, it is, yeah.
Yeah, and then the Sherlock Holmes bonding of like, my gosh. I just loved it so much. Kitty trying to like fly under the radar the whole time. Just Kitty trying to stay on the DL. She's like, I've attracted too much attention. My father's been telling embarrassing stories. I would love to just cruise down here at this altitude. I thought that was... I could see it. I saw what you were doing, Kate. I loved it. I appreciated it. But also her being like, can we, like, look at that crystal? We've had it for days now, and none of us have even taken it out of the bag. Maybe it's something we should look
Kate is
into.
always remembering the plot.
Yeah. Yeah.
It takes a hot second, but I was like, oh, fuck.
Wait a
Wait,
minute.
I'm a geologist and we have a geology thing.
You do. This is factually correct. Yeah, you do. But we'll get into that next week. Thank you all so much for playing. I love having you all as players. It's been absolutely a delight and wonderful. I can't wait for us to get back into 1883 next session. Until then, you can find us here. We have no Monday, Tuesday game this coming week. We will be here for Tracks of Terror next week, and then after that, it should be Aliens, fingers crossed, hopefully, and Ghosts of Saltmarsh, where... there's questionable babysitting going on. The babysitter is going to teach the child to do crime. So if that sounds up
Not
your
like
alley.
this game.
Not like this game.
We'd never do that.
Nothing
Never.
like it.
So thank you all so much, and thank you all so much for watching. We appreciated you. Chat had me like cracking up as well. I had to play it cool a lot. But until next time, have fun and play games.